my job for this shit. He, big ass smile. Oh man, look at this ghetto ass. Let me fix that.
I'm ready to lose my job for this shit.
I'm ready to lose my job for this GMG shit. What up, chatty?
Chat. E3 has passed us. Big up the chat, them boys, man. Yo, what up, chat? I'm gonna pull this over here, man.
We would have been a couple more minutes earlier, but Ricky
what
had to fix our box.
Why the fuck am I squished on your shit and not Trey?
All right, let me. Okay, so you want me to? So boom.
Unsquish me, bro.
And then maybe like this here, type of shit.
That's fine. Just stop unsquish me, man. I gotta squish.
I was trying to help you out, motherfucker. There you go.
Hey Ricky, you
right.
get on Chase at the same time. Damn.
You say
turning to a foldable
say
chair.
Something else, you gonna be this motherfucking big.
Hey yo, Ricky. We tired of not being Chroma, Chase. He getting all the Chroma action. That's ridiculous.
All right.
Yeah. Bring the Chroma for the rest of us. Big up the chat, them boys for equality.
Hey, yo. For
equality.
Right, hold on. Man, my computer can't handle all that extra chroma. We're gonna leave shit be.
That's crazy. You make your shit fancy for you. Let me go ahead and share this out on Twitter.
Jumanji too. Chat. I seen this at theaters. This is way better than the first joint. You know what I'm saying?
It is?
Let me just...
The chat. Chase went to the movie theater at 12 on time.
I don't want to touch Kev. I was trying to touch Shorty.
What's good, Darren? What up, my G?
You just touched the Rock's face.
What up, chat?
Her in the back.
Oh. What said that nigga Ricky got hair? It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Big up the micro links in the chat.
City of Toronto. And the boy Van Fleet.
What's good, G's?
All right, chat. So we kind of have a lot of stuff, but some of it is not going to require like 30-minute convos, but some of it might. I'm trying to get y'all out of here in an hour and a half, maybe two. E and J already talked to TBH, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it, family. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Last year was a slow year, period, especially for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm going to try to make sure we get back into our shit, but I ain't making no guarantees because y'all going to hold shit against me. And I don't need Trey trolling me about E3 again.
What? Look, man, chat. I would never do anything. I just hold the podcast to promises. I'm sick and tired of the broken promises. So we'll make sure we said we're gonna be back at the E3, and it passed the other day, and we here.
I'm gonna lose my job for this shit. Ricky, put your green screen bike.
Man, shut your mouth, man.
All right, man. Shout out to NWO Virgil with the $20 donation to get the game started. Thank you. Just glad the podcast is back. It's gonna be even better when Prof start gaming again and we can get him here every week. Prof is actually back in Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? He been staying there. He got a job and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So our brother was doing good. He did stream a couple weeks ago on his brother PS4. Hopefully he get back into the full swing of things. But for right now, we're gonna hold it down for him. You know what I'm saying? We're not going for 3 hours. Okay, Ricky, since you wanna act up and you wanna, act the fool for the class, why don't you go ahead and say hello to people? And take the damn sticker off your hat, man. Shit. Y'all people in New York, man, take the motherfucking sticker off y'all hats.
Is this camera frozen for you? Okay.
No, I'm lost for words.
No, look, I'm only saying that when you finally take the sticker off, it's gonna be a different
color. I don't
color.
want to. It's gonna look brand new behind the sticker. Everything else is dusty. Exactly. So I'm not gonna do that.
But you're gonna.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that we're back. Thanks.
Okay, yo, my
all right.
my living room TV. When the power went out, don't y'all dare laugh.
Mm-hmm.
When the power went out. When it came back on, the TV didn't come back on. So, y'all know I'm cheap. So, for 2 months, I left the TV sitting where it was at, but it didn't work. I finally got a new TV. I left all the plastic on that shit. That shit got the Energy Saver yearly usage on it.
So your TV got the fucking air bubbles on that bitch.
That shit got the air bubbles on it. That shit is covered in plastic. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what kind of TV you got, bro?
Go ahead, Trey. Ricky tripping, man. I went with the
Hey yo, Ricky, Ricky. What's the name of them people that message you on Twitter?
Dynex.
He got one of them. Yeah, he got on Dynex shit. But yo, chat. Let me get my intro out here. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat, damn them boys. Hey, what's good, chat, man? You know what I'm saying? Y'all should know me by now, man. My name is Trey. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, man. YouTube.com/TreyTheKid, man. GMG is back. It's time to get it. Let's go.
I don't know what brand the living room TV is. I never heard of it. It was on sale.
No, so I mean, I got a 60-inch TCL, but it's a really good ass TV.
Oh, it's the same brand.
TCL. You was afraid to say that, bro?
Oh, yo, Ricky. Hey, Ricky, how did you get that TCL, brother?
Oh, so I met this guy named Trey. You know, he got the answers for all PC and real life hacks. He provided me with, I don't know, discount codes.
You said on the island?
I don't know, but I'll let y'all know. I got a 4K HDR, 240 hertz TCL TV, 60-inch. That shit was like $1,200. I got that shit for $134. Thank you, Trey.
Crazy.
That was a good Christmas gift. But TCL's not bad at all, bro.
I heard it's on the come up. I looked at it on Reddit, and they said it was a good brand. My other TV was Westinghouse.
Nigga, who? Kick-ass TV.
Hey, yo, that shit died right after my warranty ended, bro. I got the 3-year warranty. That shit died.
He got an old man's name for the TV. That's tough.
Yo, that TV was so fucking ass. That shit was bogus ass 4K. That shit like a slideshow. Every single movie and TV show looked like an 80s game show quality, bro. That shit was trash. I don't watch TV in the living room though.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Everybody make fun of me time I get people banned and whatnot, but they never give me credit. When I find a plug, I put my people on. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I was hitting dudes up, bro. You wanted to switch for $60? I was the guy to get in contact with.
Where's your switch at?
Huh? Shit, I don't play the $10. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to No Chill. They back after E3 today. Lined up Viral Money, Don DeMayo. Oh, my bad. I meant the Corno and Ricky, a.k.a. Terrible Thief. Next time you see them, they'll be back after E3. No Chill, well, thanks for the donation. We'll never forget how you sold us running the PG in the wreck. We will never let you run PG again, yo. You build his ass, and you kept throwing into the corner. We love you, though, bro. Thank you. Trey HG, if I donate 100 Minecraft series, no need to do that, bro. We're already going to play Minecraft as a family. We already have the game. We tried to play it on stream, but it kept crashing, bro. But thank you for the consideration, bro. Thank you for Dunna.
You said it kept crashing? You know why? Because Ronchi made us buy the stupid ass edition from the Java site.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. Legion, when are you gonna get a join button? Y'all been asking for that shit for 9 months.
Man, chat. I'm gonna do my best to try to make sure that every day I mess with Chase and I say, "Hey, yo, Chase, did you make the emotes? Chase, did you make the emotes?" Because he said he was going to make some emotes and he said he was going to have a join button for $1. So I'm going to try to make sure we had that, man. You know what I'm saying? At the E3, when we come back again, we're going to have a join button,
man. Sergeant Butters with that long hair, Ricky is now Ricardo.
Wow.
D. Gary, Ricky, just say, yo, that shit is fucking trash. He wants you to say it, man. Can't do it.
Yeah, it is long awaited. We're going to see what games and shit.
Got to be trash.
Thank you, D. Gary. Thank you, bro. Sir Darko the Third. Trey is my honey bun sugar plum.
Darko. Big up the block them men in the chat. You gonna keep doing that? All right, bro.
Alex Cub, xChaseMoney. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, bro. I is night. 1.5 hour show. Fuck that. I'm going to Duke the Killer stream. Big shout out. If you don't know, chat, Duke the Killer has made his official return back to YouTube after 2 years. The name of his YouTube channel is Duke the Killer Archives. He also has been streaming live on Twitch. So if y'all go over there, tell him I sent y'all. You know what I'm saying? We want to get Duke, you know what I'm saying? Try to get his subs back as fast as possible. That's one of my GOAT YouTubers and shit. He don't even know, you know what I'm saying? But his shit back. Hopefully he fucking don't leave.
Yo, link them the Disco Niggas YouTube.
It's in the description.
I'm live right now.
Right.
It's in the description.
Hey yo, fam said Ricky Mike is queefing.
Is my mic really that bad?
No.
So how's it queefing, bro?
Don't let him do that. Sergeant Butter says my little brother has a Westinghouse. Hey yo, man, you gotta get it how we live. Yeah, I'm gonna buy another one for the guest room downstairs. The guest room they gonna get the weakest TV.
You can still get another TCL for super cheap. Why would you get you know how the bezel looks on a Westinghouse? You get a 42-inch Westinghouse but that screen is only 20-something inches. That bezel fat as fuck.
Well, not on the TV I had, but you get a 50-inch Westinghouse for $10. I can't pass up on a deal like that.
You gonna buy that fucking TV, man?
I'm gonna buy that shit twice.
That shit comes with no DVI ports.
That's one of them situations when your mama see you in a store with some dumb shit, you just slap you and say, "Go put that shit back. Put that fucking Westinghouse back."
Not after Black Friday, motherfuckers be smiling with that big ass box in the cart with low quality materials and shit.
Back,
the Black Friday TV is the worst. Oh,
that shit. Yeah, you see, they say my mic is
I'm
bad.
gonna do it on the stream.
Yeah, let me know.
Ma.
Let me know how my mic is.
I'm live right now. Say hello. I have people watching the stream.
Hello, people.
Hello.
What you doing, ma?
Trey, let me know how my audio sound, bro.
Oh, I didn't pick up on my sunlight. I ain't talking to you like, what, 8 days?
Dang. You said that live. They heard you. I'm sorry.
That's right. I don't care. I'm just like a mom. We close.
I'm sorry, ma. I'm sorry. I just wanted a Frosty. No. Nothing. You want a mic stand?
I seen your video. I was cracking up.
What video? With the wig?
Yeah, Trey.
What's up?
She seen that. She seen that Hood Clutch video.
Yeah, your mic sound kind of like
It sound bad?
It's not horrible, bro, but it ain't good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a call when I'm done. I got it good. This is ghetto as hell.
Man, tell mom big out the chat.
Okay.
The money gang in the chat.
I love you.
Oh man, exposed on stream.
Damn, I got in trouble again. I ain't talked to you in 8 days. She yelled at me last time. Hey, yo, chat, my mom, she bought me Pokemon Sword and Shield for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Old as I am, I ain't played Pokemon since 99, but I got it. We about to play. Anyway, we wasted enough of y'all time. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before we...
Yeah, why my mic fucking bad?
Your mic is not that bad. I don't know why you're...
Yo, they're saying it. Trey just said it too.
It's not...
No, it's not that bad. I said it don't sound good, but it's not that bad.
It's not up to your normal shit, but it's fine to me. We've had ghettoer mics on the show.
Man,
What's good, Stacks?
I'm using my AT-2020. What up, Stacks?
Stacks, what up, my G? Hey, yo, chat, real quick.
That boy say you
Look,
like a back page mail stripper.
Y'all know I try to keep my beard lined up. You know what I'm saying? This is because people were saying, like, I take my beard off at night and put it in a jar, you know what I'm saying? But I fucked my beard up, right? I cut my line down here, and it's really supposed to be up here. So now I got to let the shit grow in. So I ain't going to have no beard line up for a couple more days. And Ricky called me a rapist last time I cut my beard low to reset. And I still don't appreciate it.
That boy Chase put a gradient overlay over his beard.
Yeah.
Yo, Nick, what mic you talking on now? I heard the street.
Here.
Man, get off this
hey, yo,
mic.
Can you leave your mic the way it was? Now you got your...
Get off that mic. Now that mic's some ass.
How does it sound? How does it sound?
Just leave shit alone. If you do it again, you're going to be... Oh, okay. All right, so...
Whatever, man.
That mic was ass.
My fucking first time back, and this is the shit I get.
All right, what did I do? Yo, can you undo on OBS?
Yo, can I?
No, you can't, bro.
Yo, how do I sound?
Just leave it alone, man. Shit, that's how you sound. You sound like leave it alone, motherfucker.
So chat, look, either y'all deal with this mic, the one that's cool, or y'all gonna be listening to every call that's passing on the street. Big up the chat, them man that's gonna be quiet about the mic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo. Shout out to Legion. He said Ricky's mic is asked for $2. Sir Darker said hit me for them Joe Montana football beta because y'all gonna keep saying Joe Montana and one day you won't be able to chat for a few days. You keep this shit up.
Big bands.
I done warned you motherfuckers about this Joe Montana shit. We stuck with Madden. All right, let's hop into the news. So first things first, I'm gonna try to cover all the light news a little earlier on. New YouTube policy eases up on video game violence. If you didn't know, for like the last 2.5 to 2 3/4 years, we've been dealing with YouTube basically making it so that it's more difficult for us to actually make videos the way we've always made them. For example, like 3 of my Mortal Kombat videos got demonetized for being too violent. Now that's not something we used to deal with. Like we done blew off zombie legs and all kind of shit on YouTube up until like mid 2017. But after that, they started doing stuff, and then they got real crazy like 9 months ago where You know what I'm saying? They started adding all kind of additional stuff. Anyway, the policy is going to make it a little bit easier for us to do these videos now. So we'll probably start seeing more of your content creators get back to like their normal stuff. A lot of people had to like, you know what I'm saying? They had to start editing out the cuss words and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's going to go all the way back because YouTube used to be the Wild Wild West on this shit. I could make a video right now called Ricky Gay and all that kind of shit. No monetization. But before, big monetization. You know what I'm saying? I can say Ricky ain't shit out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I can get real disrespectful. But YouTube has stepped in, and now they're starting to deal with that. But I think we can start to get a little bit more freedom. Thoughts?
It's dope, bro. Because like honestly, we already know gaming. Jerry. I'm not Jerry. Darko. You've been timed out, brother. You gotta stop with them freaky ass donos, man. It gotta stop. But damn, what's wrong with my earphones? My bad. But as far as with the gaming shit, like I actually do. It's time, bro. Because like gaming is the biggest part, one of the biggest like communities on YouTube. And like it's like we did with the most scrutiny, bro. Like we know that these games come with soundtracks in there that sometimes we can't even mute. And like a lot of the popular games are going to be the violent games, bro. So like the fact that we was getting demonetized for just playing the newly released game was absolutely ridiculous, bro. So finally they starting to realize that gaming is important and they should not be being as hard on gaming, and hopefully they continue to patent, to be honest with you, bro. And also hopefully they continue to be transparent, bro, because YouTube YouTube, boy, they make changes, don't tell you nothing, boy.
They make changes. People say they make changes, say we didn't make changes, and then they really do make the changes later. Like, Ricky, got anything you want to add or not?
Yeah, am I allowed to say what I kind of wanted to say? Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, for the last month or so, I've been getting yellow dollar signs on my videos, and come to find out, since Chase wanted to mention it on my stream, every time he talks about getting fucked in the ass now, and I could get a green dollar sign and get some ad revenue every time he keeps getting fucked in these games. So,
man.
Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate that.
It's crazy. As soon as you started, I muted you.
You did?
Yeah.
You did?
Don't you do it again.
You did?
Please
you
don't.
Did you? That's fucked up. You did.
You said fucked in the ass. I had to, yo. I knew you was going to do it. You gotta stop, man.
Am I good now? Am I good now?
Yeah, you got.
All right. Look, I ain't gonna say it. I get more yellow money signs. We talk kind of crazy. I'm muted still, not right?
Shit is crazy.
Thankfully, all the crazy shit Chase says is I could get a green dollar sign now. All right,
we're gonna green up. You know what I'm saying? Because chat, got to keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all understand. Y'all been watching YouTube long enough. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep the lights on over here. Y'all gonna be getting. Let me not even say it. We got almost 1,000 viewers in here. Make sure y'all like the stream because the podcast will stay up. Super Secret Streams is exclusive shit. You gotta be in there for those. Moving on, the next thing, these are more the quick topics. The Witcher Netflix series. First of all, if you haven't been watching it, you don't need to be familiar with the books or the game. It's a really good series, especially for people who like kind of the Game of Thrones kind of action. It's very, very good so far. A lot of people have finished the first season. I haven't finished it yet, but it's good. The reason I bring it up, 2 reasons. Number one, we rarely get good media from video game adaptations. Like we've had the Street Fighters, we've had the Mortal Kombat Annihilations, the House of the Deads, the Mario Brothers. All these things were doo-doo. So I didn't think that the Witcher was going to work, but it's like the actor. I did not think he could be Geralt. I'm telling you, he has completely embodied the character. He looks and he sounds just like him. The demeanor's on point. It's a well-made show. Great supporting actors. And Yennefer had the titties out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's number one. Number two, it's the most demanded streaming show.
Yo, Trey, look at your Discord in the bottom right. It just says 0 kilobytes in red.
How? I see it.
It says it. Am I bugging? Oh, now it's going back to green.
Oh yeah, man. It was on red.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I get those little hiccups. Anyway, how was I live with y'all, but the stream went down for a second?
Because it was red. Red was 0 kilobytes.
That's what it means.
All right,
when you red was 0 kilobytes, they not getting nothing.
Okay, my bad, y'all. I probably lagged out for a second. Anyhow, god damn, I'm gonna read all these donations. Y'all just coming through with all kinds. They got stickers on. I forgot about that. Anyhow,
I ain't know Jennifer had the things on.
Yo, she got a mouth, but her mouth is like there, and she like Trey.
Damn,
what's good?
Damn.
But then, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just leave you alone. Her shit is like there. She like that. Ricky, when y'all start the disco ninjas, her shit is fucked up. Anyway,
wow.
I ain't watching it though. I'm gonna try it though. No bull. I'm not surprised that the game is getting traction from it too, bro. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people. The video gaming is big, but a lot of people don't know what the hell The Witcher is. Like, so it's not one of those like games that are casual. Just go to GameStop, and just get. So just getting more exposure. So I'm not surprised with the new downloads.
So there's actually 3 things. I already mentioned one. The second thing is there are now more people playing The Witcher because of the show than there were when the game launched.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then it's the biggest stream show in the world. It's bigger than all the other shows that are streaming. Now, that's not a surprise to me, because it's on Netflix. I know The Mandalorian is on Disney Plus, but Disney Plus is still relatively new. Well, it's not relatively new. It is new. I've only had it it's been out for what, like 2 months, almost 2 months.
Yeah, it is new, but then they did like break records with their first day out. So it's like, even though it's new, that's still impressive.
Yeah,
Disney's planning on doing more exclusive shows too.
So I do feel like at the rate Disney Plus is going, they'll be able to take the #1 spot with The Mandalorian again. But The Witcher, if you have not seen it, is good. Ricky, have you seen it?
The Witcher, I'm already 4 episodes in.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, Henry Cavill is really good. Like, I'm honestly, I don't think anybody wants to be locked into a superhero role like that. Like, being locked into Superman, and I think he has way more potential now seeing him in Witcher. I told you I wasn't a big fan of the games like that because of his persona. You told me as a Witcher, that's how they carry themselves within the game. Seeing it displayed in a show is really good. What I'm hearing though is that it follows more of the game than the books.
That don't
which I don't know if it don't bother me either. So the only problem I have is when I finish watching this, they're saying 2021 is when we're gonna see it again, like on some Game of Thrones type shit, like the next season, and we're already in the beginning.
Okay, well,
yeah.
All right.
I hate when shows doing this shit.
Ricadao Perez, right?
Ricadao. Shouldn't spit on my glasses.
How you say that, Ricky? I'm sure you know how to say it better than me.
Oh wait, he sent a donation?
Yeah.
Where's the donation? Oh, right. Never mind. You got it, Ricadao.
Big shout out to you, brother, for $2. He said Xbox is trash. The PS logo got more hype than Xbox. I don't know about that. We're gonna talk about that. That PlayStation 5 logo is. We could make that right now on the show. There's no fucking effort in that. We revealed our new logo. That shit was come
on. I seen that logo and got excited, chat. Don't let them do that to y'all.
I'm gonna do it.
I got excited.
Trey gave me the gift that Charlamagne gave Envy. You did that, man?
Nah, man. Yo, Sir Darko, stop playing with me, dude. Stop the freaky shit, man. You getting too freaky in the chat.
J King with the $10 donation with the fan sticker. Thank you, bro. Dark Rubber with the $2. He said, I'm only here to find out who shot Ghost. Thank you, bro. Sassy2208, $20 donation. Thanks for being you. Thanks for the sticker. Thanks for the donation. J King with another $20 donation. Best podcast on YouTube. Happy y'all back. We're happy to be back. Thank you all very much. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up. Any last words for that?
In terms of, Trey, can you read my donation?
We're not reading your donation.
Can you read it the way he would read it, please?
No.
I seen his donation, but I'm not gonna do that.
No.
That boy say, God damn.
Why?
No, I got no goddamn mullet. Oh, watch your mouth. That's crazy.
Okay. All right, I don't know who else is going to be excited for this. I don't really get excited for games too often because then we get Modern Warfare and NBA 2K20, which is a whole separate podcast conversation that we're not going to get into. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, during the Game Awards, there was a couple announcements. We didn't really get to give y'all our thoughts on the Game Awards. So we're going to do a little bit of that later on here in the next few topics. But one of the announcements that was made was The Wolf Among Us 2 is hitting these streets now.
Fire. fire.
The reason this is even a big deal is because Telltale basically went under in 2019. They were working on The Wolf Among Us 2. They were working on Stranger Things. They were working on, I think they were working on another Game of Thrones. These are the people that are responsible for the Walking Dead Telltale series from 2012. I think was the first one up until the one last year. The studio actually closed in the middle of working on the latest and final Walking Dead series with Clementine. So somebody stepped in to help them finish that game. So I didn't think we were going to see any more of their projects. For me personally, I think their best and most creative project was the first Wolf Among Us. I thought it was fucking excellent. And they announced that they're going to be in partnership with another studio to bring out the Wolf Among Us Season 2. And they're going to try to use this to bring the studio back to life. Now, I don't know if they're going to still be under Telltale Games. Basically, if you don't know, Wolf Among Us, if you take like fairy tales, like the Big Bad Wolf, the Three Little Pigs, Snow White, Little Mermaid, and various other fairy tales, those people are all basically in our world, and they're using, God damn it, I forgot what they're using. Glimmer, glow, something like that, so that they appear to be regular people. They know amongst themselves that they're fairy tale characters, and basically the Big Bad Wolf is there to kind of manage everybody. But because these people are from those other worlds, they have tendencies and stuff like that to do stuff that they're not supposed to do. So it's like a murder mystery type of thing. The shit is fucking amazing, yo. They had Ariel stripping. She had the titties out and all that. I was like, Ariel, I can't believe you out here selling your ass and all that shit was tough. But it's a very creative series. If you've not seen it, you should check it out. So the second one's coming out. Go ahead, Trey.
No, man, that shit hard. But when I seen it during the Game Awards, I was excited, bro, because like as we already know, bro, Telltale went under. I didn't like none of the practices that they were doing, man. So when I seen this, like I thought they was done, and like and if you played this game, this game really ends on like a cliffhanger, bro. And when they went under, I was like, fuck, this is just another game that ends on a cliffhanger that we never gonna get a finish to. So I'm excited for it. I know that they did say that when they are bringing it back, they're gonna completely reboot the series, or reboot it or something like that. Hopefully that don't mean that they were stray away from the original storyline, bro. Also, I know this is kind of not on subject a bit. Look, if y'all bringing them back, go ahead and bring some of them other Telltales back, man. Go ahead and bring Game of Thrones back, man. Game of Thrones was amazing.
It was good.
I'm saying it took some time to get into. It was probably one of the slower Telltale games, but once that shit got rocking, that shit was good. Bring Game of Thrones back, man, please.
They created a whole nother family and made it work within a Game of
Thrones
universe for the story. They didn't have a great
and then they actually captured the characters. Yeah. They captured like they same energy on the show. Ramsey was an asshole on the game. Yeah. Like I need it.
He's at the Dawn said Take-Two said they were going to collab with them. Thanks for donation. Thanks for the information. Take-Two Interactive's a big publishing company. The 2K is under Take-Two and Rockstar is under there. So, we'll see. Ricky, you want to say something?
Is he talking?
Ricky, you're muted.
I muted myself real quick because of the noise. I think Telltale was a bit short-lived, the company, not the games, because we've seen all the passion projects, all the projects they wanted to do, and they went down. If Take-Two can kind of like help budget and take over, I just hope they give them more room to add more to their games. But also, you can even tell from their site, it looks super bare bones now, and they took out the word Telltale from the beginning title of their game. And they just put like the Batman series, or they put like the Wolf Among Us. So there is a chance that Telltale, it has a very unique name because it was short tales within each game, but who knows what it's going to turn into. But I'm super excited because that was my first Telltale game that I actually liked a lot. So
I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but also like I'm gonna need them to not. I know that they say like basically a lot of other people is gone. Hopefully a lot of them same bull BS tactics they had is gone, bro. Now I know that they said I think I heard Chase say that they said they're not going to be developing the game on an episode by episode basis. The fact that they even did that in the first place. Okay, I heard somebody say that the fact that they did it in the first place ridiculous. And also like I know this kind of a pipe dream for me to want. Bro, please don't release this game episodic, bro. I think they will continue to do that. But goddamn, I can't stand episodic games, bro, because like I don't want to wait once every 2 months to play a game, bro. At least do an episode once a week or once a month. Anything longer than that is too long, bro. Like, so I am excited to play this game, but I'm not excited to play it in bits and pieces. I want to play either the whole thing or I'll wait.
So I seen what y'all was going through with The Walking Dead. And even
man.
Life is Strange ain't Telltale, but I seen what y'all go through with Life is Strange, and I'm like, I don't like shit like that because it's almost like being treated like a TV show, and I'm super impatient with shit like that.
It's an outdated way to do your games. Now, those donations that just came in, I'm gonna read those as soon as we get between topics. Thank you guys. Number one, just to piggyback off what y'all saying, if you're gonna do an episodic, yes, once a week is the max. I feel like that's the max that they should do it. And that's not just them, that's anybody. But now they're going to continue to do stuff the way they do it. But I think you can keep a lot more people engaged if you develop the whole series and then do it once a week. Part of the problem with the episodic games and some of the smaller studios, they develop it as they go. So
as they get funded.
Yeah, they do the first episode and then they're developing the second one for a month and a half to 2 months. The problem with that is that's a very long time for you to make us wait. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. So if you can, if it's 5-8 episodes long, you know what I mean? Once every week, I feel like that'll be much easier for us to deal with because a week goes by pretty quickly. And that gives people a full week to catch up and see what's going on before the next game comes out. Probably not going to do that. The other thing is, let's be honest, Telltale is one of the few studios that I think of that really flourished in the PS3, and then before the PS4 ended, they pretty much closed. They took on too many projects. They made themselves too busy. They did a couple really bad games. Most of the games were solid, but I did not really care for the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was their worst effort. A lot of people don't even know that fucking exists.
I never played that. I watched it walk through. That shit looked boring.
It was not good at all compared to...
The Minecraft one was garbage.
I heard that one was good. I heard the Borderlands one.
I heard you praising the Minecraft time the store was actually all right.
Yeah, I think you tried to get me to play it. Was that you?
It was him.
2020, we're not lying.
But like, when you see the first Walking Dead and how much like character creativity and character what do you call it? Whatever. Anyway, you seen how much went into the first Walking Dead. And then by the time we got to like the Guardians of the Galaxy, character development. Thank you. I had a brain for it. But by the time we got to the Guardians of the Galaxy and all that, they had taken on like 3 or 4 projects in a year. This is a lot. They need to get back and they need to mechanically change their games. Like Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. Those games are decision based, but they make it so that you're always on your toes, even with something as simple as like QTEs and having the characters that can really die and having 30 possible endings and all that. Telltale is missing that from their games. Other studios are doing the same kind of game, but they're doing it better. Telltale needs to step it up because they'll tell you your decisions matter. They don't fucking matter. The only time your decision is going to matter is when it's a series finale and there's not going to be a sequel anyway. They take away your choice. It's an illusion of choice. There's no wrong way to play the game because ultimately whoever you choose to live is going to die anyway. So that needs to go. Anyway, any last words before we move on?
I mean, you said everything I needed to say. Oh, well, Raunchy said that they said that the game is going to be released episodically, but they're not developing it episodically. They used to develop it. So
okay.
Can't get everything you want, I guess.
So they're going to complete the game
and put it out.
Release them in shorter windows. Yeah. They had no business doing that with Hitman, and I'm glad they had no business doing that with Final Fantasy 7 HD remake. Remember they were going to attempt that? Bullshit.
Hitman, right. I want to see a new Hitman. We'll get to that. Shout out to Baby Thanos Jr. We bike. Love you guys for all the content and dropping fire vids and streams. Bring back Perka.
No.
Thank you, bro.
I can't, man.
Alex. Going, man. Not one Christmas noob appeared in Modern Warfare. Yeah, that's facts. I didn't see a single dude that was level 5, level 17, level 20, unless you play with somebody in your party that's low, you're not going to get those people, man.
You know where they was at? They was in Lala on 2K, and I seen them and I met them. Next donation.
Gary 24, Duke the Killer back. Now GMG, yes, we did an announcement for Duke earlier. Make sure y'all go to his channel and say that I sent you. Demetrius with the $50 dono. I was having a hard time donating to your Streamlab account. Thank you, bro. Every week I had this problem. I'll fix it. I'll fix it later on. And I think we should be all caught. Oh, actually, let me go down. All right, moving on. Next. I don't know how many Bioshock fans we have in the chat. If y'all don't know, after Bioshock Infinite, back in 2013, PS3, the studio closed. It dissolved, and I didn't think we was ever going to get another Bioshock again. Bioshock is one of the best series I've ever played. I played 1 and 3. I'm going to play 2. I really enjoyed this. It's one of the few games where you have a companion that is actually helpful. As far as I'm talking about Infinite, a lot of the games you got people that follow you around and help you. They're not really good. On Infinite, Elizabeth was really, really good at assisting you in battle, and it was just a creative way for you to have shooting and like different superpowers and stuff like that. Nice little plot twists and other shit like that. Solid all around game, and it wasn't riddled with microtransactions. But then again, they could be if it came out today, because y'all know how these games get out. Anyhow, there is a new Bioshock that is being worked on, Bioshock 4. There's not a lot of information on the game, but the studio is called Cloud Chamber. They're operating out of San Francisco in Canada. They're going to get some stuff together, and we should be seeing another Bioshock sometime next gen. So,
I never played a Bioshock game.
It's really good. Now, this is one of those games that it doesn't look like much, but when you play it, it's solid. Like, that's the thing about video games. Like, some shit you look at, like, for me, Mass Effect was that game. I watched somebody play it. I was like, I don't know why anybody would play this. And then this is when I was big on GameFly. When I first got my GameFly subscription, I just was putting all type of shit in the queue. So I put Mass Effect in there, and when I played it, that shit was excellent. So, Bioshock is a very, very good game.
I always seen it though. Like, I think I seen you play it one time or something like that.
I played 3 and I played 2. I played 2.
I like how it looked though.
2018. Yeah.
I just never tried it myself.
Yeah.
Is Bioshock Infinite like the other ones?
Yeah. Like the core gameplay and the way the game feels is pretty much the same. You get a different stories or whatnot. But I think 2 is a direct sequel to 1. But I don't know. I have to play that one. I'll probably do a walkthrough on that eventually one day. I don't know when though. I'll watch Chase glitch through it. Moving on. So, I'm going to just say this is my stance. I don't give a fuck what games end up on PC, from Xbox or PlayStation. We're at a place now where I predicted when Xbox first started putting their exclusives on PC that Sony was going to do the same fucking thing. What we're probably not going to see is those exclusives directly on PlayStation from Xbox, and then vice versa. Like, I'm not expecting to see God of War on Xbox. I'm not expecting to see Forza on PlayStation. But I am expecting to see each of these companies, a good bit of their exclusives, show up on the PC, and it's happening. We've already, on the PlayStation side, you got Detroit Become Human, which Ricky just informed me was on the PC. That's on the PC. This was like last week or maybe this week. He told me about that. You had Nier Automata hit the PC. You had Yakuza 0, Yakuza 1, and Yakuza 2 are all on PC, as well as some other games. On the Xbox side, you had Sunset Overdrive, and then you had the Gears franchise ended up over there. Rise hit the Xbox or PC. Cuphead. All these games are on the home console.
Halo collections, right?
Huh?
The Halo collection.
Halo Master Chief Collection. They're on the actual home console, but then they're touching base on the PC side. So, with that being said, I don't give a fuck. People get upset when exclusives end up on the other platform. And the reason I'm even bringing this up is because I don't know how many MLB The Show fans there are. That is my most played game. You would never know it because I don't really upload. I uploaded maybe 4 MLB The Show videos and like 2 live streams, but I promise you, I had like 20 days played on those games, man. I was playing the shit out of it. I haven't really played it much this year after I got Willie Mays. So, but I played it a lot. Anyway, MLB The Show is going to end up being a multi-plat. It's going to be on the Xbox console as early as 2021. Now, I preface this whole section by saying I don't care what games end up on other platforms. As long as I can play it, I don't really care if something ends up over there. I don't get into the console debates on Twitter too much, so I don't need that ammo, you know what I'm saying, to use against people. Like some people might, you know, they get really involved and engaged in those discussions, and you know, they need to be able to go to that and say, hey, we had this and we had that. I don't have that. So anyway, pretty much what happened is the MLB told Sony and San Diego Studios, you guys need to put this on all platforms, and if you don't, you're going to lose a license, and we'll find somebody else to do it. And God knows we didn't want EA to take that task because they would have definitely took that shit with a smile. But
hell no.
Go ahead.
They would have fucked that shit up,
Yeah.
man. We don't want EA touching shit, man. As far as with games going to other platforms, man, I won't say that I all the way do not care. Now, I don't care enough to be invested and complaining about it online like that, but I do care from the point of a dude that's buying the console, right? So, Sony, I buy PlayStations all the time because I love PlayStation lineup of exclusives, right? So, as far as with me, if you are putting your exclusives on there day one at least, I do got a problem with it because what's the point of me buying your console? But when I got a PC that's more than capable enough of me running those games, that's why my PC is the main reason why I don't think I'm gonna get an Xbox Series X unless they just do something that I don't know, right? For an example, like because the games, if you got some heat, I'm gonna just wait. It's on. I can go to the Windows Store, which is ass. I know, I understand it, but shit, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna play the game. Like so. Like I understand like the point of them bringing their games over there, and I'm not one of them dudes to be like, oh man, don't bring it there. But at the end of the day, like you need exclusives for a reason. Well, I don't see the point of like putting your shit every single place.
I think if it was a Sony in-house exclusive, I had more of a problem. But it's not really in anyone's control when it's third party, ain't it? Like.
Well, it is, but it depends on the contract and the agreement and everything.
But my saying is more so about is more so about like also it's also about the first party shits like that. Like I can understand the MLB shit; they got no control over it. Mm-hmm. Dudes that was losing their mind over there, honestly, let's be honest, you was tweaking. The MLB told them they told them what they had to do. Either you gonna adjust or lose out on these millions. You know how much money Sony makes with the cards and shit like this. So obviously they're gonna make that move. But let's say, for an example, I think Naughty Dog is the first party Sony studio, right? Like,
yeah,
third party exclusive.
It's third. So
wait, did Sony buy out Naughty Dog? No, right?
I don't know. You know what? We'll I'll check on that while you're getting to your point.
Okay. So let's say, for example, Naughty Dog is first person, right? Like for Naughty Dog to come out and have a game day one on PC, day one on Xbox. What's the point of me picking the PlayStation up? Like, I love the console ecosystem. I told Ranchi the other day, who's having a discussion, I don't think I would ever primarily be PC only, like, or PC or mainly, because I love the console ecosystem. But shit, if all of the shit going over there, I can also wait to get it on PC where shit is cheaper. Like, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
So, Naughty Dog, it says, is a subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment since 2001. So,
you say what? The more the merrier. Trey tripping.
It's not. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I don't care.
The more buy the game don't affect me. I don't give a fuck if 3 people buy the goddamn game.
Yeah,
if I enjoy it, I don't care. Like
I don't care if games end up on other platforms. Generally, like right, there's exceptions to every rule. We all have exceptions to most of our rules or whatever. However, it is till this day, it's still disappointing to see fucking Sonic on Nintendo and not on Sega. But Sega doesn't make consoles anymore, which is so. In that case, you know, I'd rather have that than not have Sonic around at all. And it would be a little odd to see like Kratos or Master Chief on the opposing console or whatever. But at the end of the day, as long as I get to experience it, it doesn't really matter. And ultimately, if games do go multi-plat, we'll get. I feel like the companies make more money to support the staff and to keep the business rolling. And I'm not saying I want all games to be multi-plat because I don't think that's a good idea. I think you need to have stuff that I can only get on your platform. But people make a big deal out of stuff that doesn't really affect them. Like, now, again, some of these people don't have a chance to really explain their perspective. But based off face value, like, I played MLB a shit ton. So, you know, if somebody doesn't play MLB, I don't know why it would bother you if this shit ends up on another platform.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I always said that PS2 had the greatest library of games of all time, and I'm a pretty much stick with that because this gen wasn't it. We'll get to that at another podcast. This gen is fucking poop. But there's a shit ton of PS2 exclusives that went multi-plat, and I didn't give a shit. Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear Solid, there's Final Fantasy, Crash Bandicoot, that's just to name a few. There are plenty of those games that ended up on Xbox this gen. I couldn't give a shit less, dude. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Ricky, I didn't really let you get anything in. Go ahead, bro.
No, it's cool. What I was gonna say was anything like that's in-house, I would really put it up to like where Sony or Xbox would be like, you take that risk of wanting to make it multi-plat. Third-party exclusives, I mean, I can understand if they're like, listen, if my favorite game was on the verge of going down and the only way for them to continue making games was like at least expanding, then fine. I think I've learned this gen. My biggest issue is when now content becomes behind exclusivity, like Call of Duty, and that Spec Ops is coming out next year, October for Xbox. That shit makes no sense.
Garbage.
I think
that's
that is bad. I don't care if PlayStation got some exclusivity. That shit means nothing to me when I see that, you know, the Avengers, they're giving out, like, I guess Sony owns Spider-Man, so PlayStation gets exclusivity to like the Spider-Man content that comes out. Hopefully Microsoft gets something on their end. But when you see like content is being locked away for a whole year, that shit just throws me off because now I'm looking at it like either now you're getting an incomplete game or not. I don't know. Yeah. So that's where exclusivity really bugs me. But when I see like if The Last of Us ever hits PC, if God of War ever hits PC, I've seen it already happening because of PS Now. If you guys really think Microsoft is stupid for bringing Game Pass to PC, you're bugging because Sony already probably looked at it too like, yo, we may not want it to be owned by Windows, but if we could bring our app to the PC and perhaps even allow people to download it, we're going to see God of War and Last of Us on PC. And we're talking not even streaming like Netflix. We're going to see that shit be downloaded. So at this point, as long as we don't lose our home-bridged games, like even on Xbox, I don't want none of them to lose like their homemade, like their games. But nobody out here is really – the people I saw complain about MLB The Show, I really checked them like, do you really play MLB The Show? So then why are you stressing? Sony made a good decision by saying, all right, it's still going to be called Sony MLB The Show, but it's going to be put on Microsoft. Microsoft got no baseball game. That's going to open up a whole new market.
They do. They have RBI baseball, but it's not a good game.
Yeah, it's not. So, it's not to that. Yeah. Trey.
Oh no! So I seen a fan in the comment section. He said to buy a console because of exclusive games is stupid, and I just want to know, like, what do you buy the console for? Then?
Why do you only buy it because your friends have it? Because that's ultimately what happens.
What makes you pick a PlayStation over an Xbox?
Like that?
I pick PlayStation because PlayStation has given me games like Horizon, which is amazing. I can't play it nowhere else.
That's a silly.
They've given me The Last of Us. I can't play Last of Us nowhere else. This the reason why I bought a PlayStation and played it. Like that's
Who said that?
Hopefully I ain't misread his comment, but where is he at? I can't see him. He said it's completely ridiculous to buy a console just to play exclusive.
Well, no, it's not. It's not. First of all, two things. Number one, if you want to, and I keep saying, y'all going to hear me say a lot of stuff you've heard me say before. Number one, it's really important that we support exclusives in games that are new IPs, because if we don't, then we won't get them. Which is why this gen, how many brand new IPs did we get that were actually really good? Not nearly as much as we got last gen and the gen before that. So we need to make sure we support that. If you don't have the console and you really get into getting all the consoles each gen or more than one console, then yeah, me personally, I bought an Xbox for Sunset Overdrive. I really wanted to play the game, so I bought the console and I bought the Sunset Overdrive edition. At that time, I could not play the game any other way. So what am I supposed to do? Just not play the game? That's kind of silly to say that it's stupid and ridiculous to get an exclusive. That is how you get it. That is, I mean, the simple economics. I have a product that is only available here. You must come here to get it. If either you get it or you don't. I don't know why in video games people look at it like it's a different, an entirely different kind of business model, and it's not. This is exclusive. I need to come get it. I don't get that at all.
This is why. No, keep going.
I mean, like, see, and that's why a lot of people just get the console their friends have at this point. I'm okay. I'm for all of that. But like that, to me, that's actually worse than, it's not worse, but that
depending on the console, depending on what's out, you kind of put yourself in a position where you're going to only play these games looking for your friends. And I'm like, even if you bought a game that's exclusive that comes with multiplayer or not, you can't deny the fact that we have games at least to branch off from. That's why I'm hoping for cross-play. Because then if I see that you do want to get yourself an Xbox, at least you know if I'm your friend, I'm on PlayStation, we could at least link up with one of these multiplayer games. But these exclusives really hit different when there ain't nothing to play and you're looking for like something like out of what you're used to doing, like playing multiplayer games with your friends. I used to only get a console for friends. I used to be like, I'm gonna get Call of Duty on PlayStation. All my friends are on PlayStation.
Terry, what's up, my guy?
But now I don't really do that. You see, I got like Uncharted or I got Halo on Xbox, and it required me at some point to buy an Xbox because why? I'm a fan of Gears and Halo. So, but seeing that it went to the PC platform, I'm like, now I have options and shit. But with PlayStation, I'm like, I don't have these games anywhere else. I might have to pay that money to get, if I'm looking to play Horizon Zero Dawn or God of War and shit.
That mentality gives people the thought that they have to basically pledge to a console and ride out with it till the gen is over, which is already a toxic way of handling, something that's supposed to be a fun thing that we all do anyway. I don't understand why that would be looked at as anything negative at all. Wait, hold on. To buy exclusive games on certain systems was stupid. What if I buy a PlayStation? I don't like Xbox. Why do I have to buy Xbox for a certain game? That's dumb. Is it dumb if you got to get a Whopper from fucking Burger King? Should they sell that fucking Whopper at McDonald's? Like, come on, man. That's your problem. That's not the industry's problem. If you really want to play a game, then you have to get it on that platform. Otherwise, there's no reason for these individual consoles to exist. It could be one console.
If you think that as far as with video games, why don't you take that logic into anything else? Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, let's say, for example, you're a sneakerhead. You love how the 11 models is. You think it's dumb as hell that you got to go to Nike to buy the 11s just because you love the model? Like, bro, it's exclusive. Exclusives are every single place. Like, you can only get an iPhone from Apple. It's exclusively with Apple, my guy. Like you can only watch The Witcher on Netflix. You have to go to Netflix for it, unless you're gonna steal it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell my guys to get busy.
And look,
but that don't make sense to me.
And they invest millions and millions of dollars to get these individual pieces of content on their Netflix or Disney Plus or HBO Go. That's simple business. I have a product these guys don't have. I mean, it is that simple. It's not. It's like you're saying. Well, I want to. It's stupid. Now look, at the end of the day, we do take the L because we have to buy another device that maybe you don't want to buy. But at the end of the day, that's how business works. Was that Thor Fury that made that comment, Trey?
I think so.
Okay, he said I made the comment, but I'm speaking as someone who owned both Xbox and PS4. Got the PS4 just to play Uncharted and Spider-Man. Now look, what that sounds more like is you have buyer's remorse. Where you buy something, like I bought an Xbox, right? And then, like, I'm not joking, it was behind my radiator for 2 years until Ricky told me to play Fight Night or something, and then I had to get it from behind the radiator. So, like, I bought it, but I ended up getting on PC. All their games were on PC, so I was able to play them on there. But
I bought an Xbox. I bought it for something I had to do for work. Other than that, I never use this shit, and I do got buyer's remorse behind this shit, bro. Because when we talk about exclusives are important. It makes me continue to turn your console on. I got no reason to turn the Xbox on. I don't got no reason to shit on Xbox if I bought it, right? I paid my money for it. Obviously, I want something I paid my money for to continue to thrive and do better. But nigga, I was using this shit as a cable box, bro, because ain't shit to play on there. Like exclusives are important, like, and that's why I will continue to buy PlayStation because they've shown me their exclusives are gonna give me reasons to keep playing their games. Now, obviously, I'm playing multi-plats on my PlayStation right now because it's no exclusives that I want to play out right now. But when those multi-plats get bored, you got to fall back on something, right? Them exclusives going to hold you down. Like, that's just how it is.
I mean,
I'll be real.
It's that simple. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll close my statement with this. If you bought a console if you were somebody who's releasing a console with the expectation of only releasing multi-plat games or like, games that release within like all consoles, then you're kind of putting yourself in a pickle. And it kind of sounds like Microsoft this whole gen, where they didn't invest mostly in exclusives. They went mostly for the multi-plats. And what happened was most of them branched out and started partnering with Sony. And that's why Sony kind of prided themselves on having exclusive games. And that's why they're in the position that they're in. If you're going to sit here and still argue today that exclusives don't matter, there's a reason why Microsoft had to start releasing these subscription-based services. And actually, they're not bad services either. But
great services, best on the gen.
Yeah, way better than what Sony has to offer. But there's a reason why sales matter within the consoles, because you see exclusive games were selling much better, and Sony actually had that behind their console, so that was allowing consumers to buy based off of that. So multi-plat games didn't help Xbox at all, to be honest.
Last thing, all right. Why? I'm gonna finish this with a question, and this, the chat, y'all can think about this, and then we're gonna move on. I'm gonna read the donations that came over, and we're gonna move on. How come every time we had these conversations, some people say exclusives are bad, and they don't want to have to do this and that? Nintendo never has to be a part of the conversation. Nintendo always gets to enjoy putting all their exclusives on their own platform, and nobody fucking complains about it. But when Sony and Microsoft do it, then people complain about it. Like Nintendo is not also a competitor. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't understand why everybody's not held to the same standard. Nintendo exists, the console's doing well, and people will be shocked to see Mario on a goddamn Xbox or some shit. It's not going to happen.
That shit will never happen. That's like hoping to see a sale on Nintendo's games, really.
Yeah, you going to pay $60 for Tropical Freeze from 2013. You're going to pay that $60.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, man.
Game from 99, you're going to pay $60.
Yeah, look, game is expensive.
Get out of jail free pass, bro.
Game is expensive.
Nintendo walking away like
game
nothing.
Share.
That's Nintendo and that's Sony. Like, shit, Sony big, nigga. Like, shit.
People probably forgot
Nintendo's
Sony.
thing. It's everybody's thing to have exclusives and put them on their own platforms. It's not just Nintendo's thing. What do you guys? I don't understand what you're saying. No, Nintendo gets a pass for stuff because people seem to consider them not in the same bracket as Sony and Microsoft when they're engaging in these discussions. They let Nintendo do whatever they want, and Sony and Microsoft are like held to a different standard. That's what it is. How is Nintendo not a competitor, yo? I'm sleep, bro. Do you see what the Switch is doing? They had the best exclusives in two. You know what? Let's move on. You bugging the fuck out.
Yo, 21, just to answer you, no, I don't think everyone is going to play on PC, bro. Consoles will always have their space, bro. Mm-hmm. The console ecosystem is just so casual, bro. So all you got to do is plug and play, bro. You ain't got to worry about your GPU going out. People are not ready. People don't want to do that. PC's ghetto, I'll be honest.
I said Nintendo ain't a competitor. And I'm going to just say this. We're going to move on and I'm done. Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft still all Nintendo shit. The vibrating controller comes from the Rumble Pack on Nintendo 64. The motion controls from Kinect and all that come from the Wii. Nintendo, all they shit gets stolen. Wii. And what happens is Sony and Microsoft do it better, and people forget. We not doing this. And then you talking about a group that we laughed at Nintendo for a whole gen with that Wii U. We teased it every time Nintendo news came out. We was laughing at them because they had no fucking game.
As they deserve. That Wii U was ass.
Anyhow, moving on. We did get a few donations that came through. Will said hopefully they finish Batman. I'm glad they finished in Wolf. I messed with both of those games. Heavy, thank you, bro. I hope so as well. And I hope to see like a brand new story that's not based off of like an existing brand. I'd like to see that from them. My Truck Nuts was good. Been a subscriber since she was doing videos sitting on the bed with the camera on the side. Boy, that's a long time. Much appreciated. Thank you. Mr. Perez. We're going to call you Mr. Perez, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to butcher your name. I got to buy a PS5 for Sunset too. Yeah, because Sony picked up the Sunset Overdrive license And if they picked it up, they're going to probably put a game out. And I really want to play a sequel
Wait,
to
that's
that.
Sucker Punch, right? Then they just buy out the whole Sucker
No,
Punch?
that was not Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch has
Sucker
only
Punch is
done Infamous.
I don't really know devs like this and shit.
God damn it. I'm sorry. I got to look it up. I feel like it's the people that made Spider-Man. Yeah, Insomniac. It's Insomniac. They made that.
Yo, give me another Resistance. Oh god.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm gonna piggyback off that comment in just a second. My truck nut said Trey looked like Killmonger's dad in Black Panther.
Yeah, that shit made me laugh. Hey, yo, my truck nuts. Fuck you, dog.
Jay Boone said I tried to push PlayStation like it was Death Row when I was out of school. That's funny as shit. So, Ricky, you said something about Resistance. One thing Xbox got over PlayStation for sure is they have multiplayer FPS shooters. PlayStation don't have no exclusive shooters this gen. They left all their shooters, out to die with the exception of Killzone. That game's fucking poop. Killzone Shadowfall was trash. Moving on.
As a PlayStation consumer, I would love if they start to develop more like exclusive multiplayer games as well, bro. Like don't leave multiplayer out. Like I understand y'all cooking with single player, and I love the fact that PlayStation focuses on single player more than their competition. I think that's one of the reasons why they won this generation. But multiplayer has its place too, and it needs to be focused on.
Like Last of Us 2.
What happened to Killzone? High Def? I don't think anything happened to Killzone, but the team that did Killzone did Horizon. They did a game that was completely outside of what they normally do, and it was really good. So I predict they're working on a Horizon 2. Killzone wasn't that successful with the PS4 launch. Horizon was really made them probably a lot more money.
I'll tell you real quick. Guerrilla Games and Guerrilla Games Cambridge they've been wanting to make Horizon for years, but they were already contracted with Sony to do Killzone. After the last Killzone that released, Sony had told them, you know what, we can end it here, the series, and you guys can go ahead and develop the game that you want and help fund it the rest of the games. Guerrilla Games Cambridge closed down, but that was the B team. But Guerrilla Games continued on and developed Horizon Zero Dawn, which was phenomenal for coming from Killzone. That was ridiculous.
Let me make sure I check the Streamlabs, because if y'all donate directly to Streamlabs, it don't show up right there.
I'll be right now. Yo, Killzone 2 was my shit.
He said the order was man, the order was amazing. Nigga, don't let nobody tell you no different, man.
Yeah, that's
the order
a fact, yo.
Shit.
I done played a couple games that people said was ass, and I really enjoyed them. And Rise Son of Rome was one of them.
I hope another order coming out, man. Oh my god!
But Sony, I feel like it will. Sony don't, I feel like Sony move, 1 million units or so. They give you a sequel, man. They not really looking always to do
you didn't see what happened to the order devs? They made some game called The Blob or some bullshit.
Yeah,
oh shoot.
I always remember the name of that game. I forgot, bro. Fuck. It was all types of ass. That's cow.
So look, last year, January of 2019, it said that
Deformers. They made Deformers, right?
Yeah, Ready at Dawn was actually hiring to start a new AAA game, and that was January 10th of last year, 2019. So I don't know if they are developing a whole new game, but the Order 1886 would have been amazing for like a co-op as well, survival. So that game has some real potential.
Bro, the weapons in the game, the characters in the game, the story. Only problem that I had was with the length of the game. Obviously, the resolution, because they went with a movie style thing. And also, like, certain parts of the game did get a little bit repetitive. I'll be honest with that, but I like the game, man. The game heat.
Yeah, that game came out at the wrong time, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, it did, bro. Because, like, bro, when games first come out in the beginning of generations, everybody get on their high horses, I guess because they got high expectations, and they just, like, shit on the new games that come out.
That was GTA 5's fault, man. That shit ruined games for a lot of people for a couple years. You play a game that's so good, and then you play a game that's decent, but then it feels ass because of GTA 5. I think that ruined a lot of games early in the gen.
You know what's fucked up, though? These these websites, games was getting hit in the very beginning. I remember first was resolution, then next was length of these games, and I remember Infamous Second Son. I was in on it.
Infamous Second Son.
But that game didn't get hit as bad. Gotcha. That game didn't get hit as bad as The Order. Infamous Second Son was really good, but it didn't get hit as bad. Just the ending was ass. But The Order got hit very bad.
So
because of its length.
Terry, I'm gonna say this question. I seen it. I put it on my notepad. I'm gonna save it for when Trey get back. Moving on. Just these little pieces of information aren't really that like we don't need to have like an hour discussion on these. More announcements. Outlast is getting a sequel with co-op. Shout out to our brothers over there at the GamingIlluminati.com. They had an article about this new Outlast with co-op. I loved Outlast 1. Outlast 2 was not as good as the first one, not even close. But an Outlast co-op sounds fucking excellent. I'm really hoping to see more co-op scary games this coming gen from all the platforms that are willing to do them. I know with the first Outlast, being inside that asylum and trying to get out was like excellent. They had the atmosphere. The second one, the best part of the game was being stuck inside of that school because it felt more like the first game, but you weren't in that school for long. That game was weird. But yeah, so that's coming out. They announced that. When did they announce that, Ricky? Was that at the Game Awards?
Yeah, it was at the Game Awards.
Okay. You anything you want to add to that?
No, we move on from that. We good with that. Outlast co-op better be scary. Yeah, Ron, facts. I'm looking forward to that.
Elijah, thanks for the donation. He said, do you think we'll get a Retro 64 even though Microsoft owns Rare and that was the best developer in 64 shelf life? We might get one of those. I know like the retro consoles are all the rage, I guess. Rare is pretty much done as far as like a lot of the people that were originally there aren't there. A lot of that team went and they did like Yooka-Laylee 1 and Yooka-Laylee 2 and stuff. So it's really like a shell of what Rare used to be over there at Microsoft. So that's why we haven't been getting like a new Perfect Dark and a new Banjo-Kazooie and all those kind of games. But maybe we will. I don't get any of those retro consoles. I probably should because I like to keep all my consoles. Like I'm not gonna trade any of my stuff in. I got a lot of the consoles here. But I don't have anything older than PS2 actually here. I don't know what happened to my
shit is all mixed. I don't really have much of anything old anymore.
Yeah. Bernie B, what's good, GMG? Hey man, we chilling, man. We are happy to be back. We're gonna try to make sure we bring y'all news. When the weeks are a little slow, we probably won't do shows those week. We'll probably just save the information that's out for the next week. But we had a ton to talk about today. Julian Ortiz, Chase, you got me through some tough times. Best YouTuber out there, man. I really appreciate that. I'm glad we could do that for you, or I could do that for you. Much appreciated. Ricky said I donated to Streamlabs, but it ain't shows. Shout out GMG. Thank you, man. Thank you. GTA 6 and Spider-Man 2 gonna be some heat. It's gonna be some years before we see that. Do I really like scary games? Like, does it actually have a good story behind it? It's not the story with the scary games that gets you immersed in the game. It's I don't know what it is that gets you really immersed in those games, but trying to survive being chased by something that, you know,
it's the adrenaline rush, bro.
It's a lot more of that. Like, if you really want to play a game, if you feel like you haven't played a scary game that really grabbed you and made you like anxious and shit, I implore you to play Alien Isolation. That shit
first Outlast.
The first Outlast too, but Aliens just hit different, bro. Cause like that shit, you really get tense because it's not necessarily scripted each time you have run-ins with the alien, and you have run-ins with the alien the entire time. It does random stuff. So like one time you might be safe hiding under the desk, but it might check under the desk this time. And it can't really see you, but the hearing is so well. That shit is really intense. You should play it. That game did not get the best reviews, but that's another one of those games that I really enjoyed that some people seem to think was ass. I don't know. Anyway, Trey, since you're back, Terry asked a prominent question. He said, who has the most potential for this new generation, Xbox or Sony? Now, I do want to say, we can all answer the question. This is 100% opinion. There's nothing that we can say that's going to prove. There's no, you know what I mean? There's like no factual evidence that we can put out to say that one answer is better than the other answer or one is more right. I'm going last.
On which question?
Who has the most potential for the next generation? I'm gonna go with, and I'm just gonna continue to say Sony because I know that what they did this generation, and if you give them better hardware, I just think that the product will improve. But for Xbox this generation, I'm not gonna lie, I really am excited to see what they do though. I'm not capping. I'm telling the truth, bro, because they bought new studios. I want to see what those new studios do. I'm pretty sure they're gonna learn a lesson from this generation of like not focusing on your exclusive titles. All of that, the way that you won the Xbox generation, trying to get exclusive deals. I mean, sorry, the 360 generation trying to get exclusive deals. It didn't work this generation. With some of the anti-consumer policies that they had in the beginning, that didn't work. So I'm pretty sure they humbled. They hungry. They hungry to get back to the spot where they are. And then also, let's be honest, man, Game Pass is an amazing feature. That shit is good. That shit good, bro. But I really am excited to see what Xbox do, bro. Like every time, like when it's time for these press conferences, I'm more excited to see Xbox and PlayStation because I want to see what these studios do. That's really what I want to see.
So the question is, who we see has the most potential for next gen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm not putting Xbox anywhere on the map. I want Xbox to do well, but we've already been told, we've been shown 10 new studios acquired. We've been shown 5 new games are in the works. We've been told that we have great libraries of games being brought to you. We've been told the whole thing, and guess what just came out year after year? Their same exclusive games, which was the Forzas, the Halos, the Gears. I'm going to give them the benefit because I'm excited to play games, but we're not going to act like Sony didn't fuck up this last 2 years. Like, they even admitted they didn't have shit to give us. But I'm still going to give them because currently they have actual big studios that they've already confirmed are working on new games. And prior to that, showed us new games that had released. Therefore, I'm more comfortable. I don't put it past me that there's some bullshit that's going to happen. But with Microsoft, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let them answer with their games and not with their speeches and bullshit and their teleprompts. Because why? We've already been fed this shit so many times. And what happened? Every game got delayed. Sea of Thieves was trash. We had fucking Cuphead was probably remotely the only best game that they've ever released within the last 4 years, which is actually terrible to say. Crackdown, garbage. Forza, we've done that. I'm sorry I had to say that, but we've been there with Forza. That should be a staple of one of the games, regardless. We shouldn't have to be hoping for a new Forza. You should have been hoping that you guys had lineups already. And I'm gonna say the same thing the homie King Dove said. We're not gonna see Microsoft bring out heat till maybe 2 years after. And the reason why I say that, just about 2 years ago, they just acquired up to 15 studios. That doesn't mean 15 AAA studios, chat. That just means they got 15 studios. Now, I'm hoping within those 2 years, they get some real shit, even if there's a Scalebound in the works. And that was my prediction. I got a feeling Scalebound is coming back. I got a feeling Microsoft is going to spend that bag to get Scalebound. But let me just say it. I was one of the few out of the group that was not all amping that game because why? Because Microsoft likes to put these games up there, and although Scalebound look good, don't put it past if the game would have released at that current time, would have probably played like shit like the rest of their games like Crackdown and Sea of Thieves. So I hope they put all this work in. Sony, on the other hand, if they're gonna continue to bring us the same games, I'm just hoping to get more games because they've already been showing us. This last year with Sony has been pretty damn trash. But Microsoft, the last 5 years have been pretty damn trash. So I'm sorry I went on a rant, but
no, it wasn't a rant.
Sony, you have my. And then honestly, I can't sleep on Nintendo. Again, they're still a competitor.
Yep.
So I got Nintendo already passed Microsoft with sales.
And somebody said earlier,
they're not
they
a competitor.
Not a competitor.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I didn't put that, I didn't answer Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo gonna do Nintendo. We know they're gonna release their standard games that they've always released, and we know every now and then they're gonna switch it up a bit. Like I remember when they debuted, what's that damn Paint game, which was different and it was a hit. Like Nintendo gonna do Nintendo shit. And also with Xbox, I want to mention one more thing, bro. And another reason why I won't say that they will have more potential. I don't know if Xbox has learned this lesson all the way with its single player games and like focusing on single player, man, because every now and then when you hear Phil Spencer talk, it's still sounding like maybe they're trying to hide it, but it still sounds like they're not getting it as far as with focusing on your single player games and making sure that those shits are on point.
Can I add something with that real quick? My bad, Chase.
Yeah, go ahead.
So 2 things. ReCore is one of the worst Microsoft-owned titles to ever exist. And actually, how does that affect for everybody who's defending it? I want to know and link me your gamer score with that game, because you know what they said? Almost 80% or 90% of people who play ReCore did not beat the game. Not because it was challenging. The shit was boring as fuck. Staring at paint dry was more fun than playing ReCore. ReCore was not what we was told it was supposed to be. Your companion in that game, I would have rather walked with a dead person. That shit was garbage. Deadass ReCore was hot trash. And I was so Chase, what happened when we saw ReCore? I was so hyped for that game. I was excited. And the last thing I had to say, although I am excited to play this game, it is sad that it has to be that way. Ori and the Will of the Wisp, right? Will of the Wisp.
Hold on now.
I'm listening. No, hear what I'm about to say. It is the most saddest thing. That's what I'm excited to see from Microsoft. If you get where I'm coming from. No, get where I'm coming from, man. Get where I'm coming from. Like, this is not even, remember, Microsoft has such amazing subscription services. Their UI is way more friendlier and better. It doesn't freeze up. But come on, my lord, I got to look at Xbox and be like, yo, Ori and the Blind Forest versus The Last of Us 2. Like, let me put this shit in perspective again. Indie games helped out Microsoft. That's all I gotta say. Like, and my indie games helped out this gen. Period.
Indie games carried this gen. If you take all them indies out, first of all, this gen is trash with the indies, and it ain't cause of indies. This gen was the absolute worst gaming gen in fucking history. Unless this is your first gen, I'm telling you, this gen was fucking dookie. 2019, year 6, worst year 6 in gaming fucking history. Trash, poop. Phil, I mean, you know, Microsoft seems to think single players, or it thought in EA, let's leave you out of this. Forget that. And they seem to think that single players are not that important. They seem to think single players are, I could say EA. Single players are dead, but then you turn around and you keep fucking buying timed exclusives like Tomb Raider and shit. Mm-hmm. I thought something was dead. I would not invest in a 1-year timed exclusive. If it's either going to be exclusive to my shit or it ain't. I'm not going to spend money to have it here for 1 year. That's whack. EA thought single player games were dead, by the way, and then Star Wars came out, and that's already been guaranteed a sequel. Single players are here to stay. Now, getting to one comment I saw, Lil Rico Solo said ReCore was a hit. You can't say something's a hit. A hit with a hit implies that the game sold well and that it was received well. ReCore sold 250,000 units. That's not very good at all. You had indies like Cuphead and other games that did that in the first 3 goddamn days. The 250,000 units, that is piss poor.
That is, I'm looking at it now. That's not good.
And there's a good, I'm not guaranteeing it because anything is possible, but there's a good chance that you may not see another ReCore for a long time, if at all. That game was not a hit. Okay.
Yo, can I ask something? Lil Rico, I'm gonna be honest. This is all opinion based. If you thought ReCore was a hit, okay, but fuck sales at the end of the day. The gameplay was boring.
Well, I didn't finish the game. You know, I tried to finish most of the games. I'm going to finish that game one day. But
Chase, who finished the game?
Oh yeah, but you can't like.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't know who the fuck you was with that mic that close, man. You back your ass up.
Sorry, I don't know who the hell you was. You can't look. You can say I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? There's games that don't sell well that are really good that I enjoy. Yeah. It happens all the damn time. But I'm not gonna turn around and say the hit. You know what I'm saying? It was a hit. Like, hit is based off of sales. It's not even, honestly, that shit ain't even based off of gameplay. If a game sells well, it's a hit. I mean,
yeah, we gotta. You know what's a hit? Like, it's almost like when we talk about YouTube and our views, and we're like, all right, YouTube kind of suggests that if you get 10% views compared to ratio within your how many subs you have, you're doing pretty well. That shit, the sales of ReCore didn't even hit the max of how many Xboxes are out there. Yo, that game is really, from me playing the game. Yo, Kid Smooth fell asleep to that game.
Yeah,
he couldn't defend it.
It's not the worst game I played, but I was hoping it would be better. And what killed that game is Ratchet and Clank, the remake came out around the same time. And after playing that, because of what I felt were the similarities that they took from Ratchet and Clank, it almost made it like I don't even want to play ReCore right now. And it was too similar to Ratchet. It was a worse version of Ratchet and Clank. So I'll get to this later type of shit.
So you know what else killed that game? The fact of, again, putting certain games on such a high pedestal. Now, they deserve to do that with every one of their games. But because they really had nothing set in stone, they did it with Cuphead, they did it with Crackdown, they did it with Ori, they did it with Sea of Thieves. So they started making it seem like these games were supposed to be the biggest shit in gaming history. Crackdown got delayed for 3 years straight. Ori and the Will of the Wisp, where the fuck that game at? It's finally releasing within a couple of months. Then you had ReCore that released, and everything they said the game was supposed to be about was not even in the game. That game felt, honestly, like it didn't even have to have dialogue. It was poorly made, in my opinion. That game looked good, but when we played it, we looked at the devs. Me and BG looked at the devs like, what game is this? This ain't the game you guys told us.
Yeah.
And they didn't even know what to say.
So
like, there's a problem.
I don't want to steer the conversation into like that is like Xbox standard for games, because like I'm sure we could find some PlayStation games.
No, they got some heat, man. Like Microsoft got it, bro. Like they got the money, that's why I'm giving them the benefit. He said Outer Worlds. I've never played it. Y'all ever played it?
No, I didn't get it yet. I'm gonna play it. But to answer Terry's question, I think I'm going to go off past history, right? That's probably the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, look, I've been saying for the last 3 years that I think that the new Xbox is going to have some heat. I think it's going to do very well, and I think people are underestimating what they can actually do, because they think that they're going to pretty much repeat what they did this gen. However, history tells us two things. One, the Xbox is going to have a better launch lineup than Sony for probably anywhere from 1 to 2 years. But history also tells us after Sony start putting those exclusives out around year 2 to year 3, that they're pretty much just going to be banger after banger, pretty much till the gen ends, and they're going to surpass Xbox by like miles and miles as far as content goes. Xbox usually has a better start than PlayStation, but then they really slow down. And there's been more than 1 year this gen where Xbox had either no exclusives or one exclusive within like a 9 to 10 month period. That is really bad for your brand.
That shit really bad. That shit is unacceptable, bro.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Put this photo in your background right now.
Okay.
Put that photo in your background now, because this has every picture says a lot. Now, quickly, because me and you played it. We did a dual stream. I mean, we did a stream with dual face cam. What was that zombie game we played from Microsoft?
I don't even.
You're muted. You don't remember? So, I mean, because they're developing a third one, if I'm not mistaken. It's sad. You can type in right now, Microsoft exclusive zombie games, or zombie game exclusive for Microsoft. You won't see that one zombie game that we played.
What was it?
That's not because we don't remember. That doesn't mean a lot, but there's a zombie game that came out for Xbox. It's exclusive, and I think it came out for Game Pass as well. I can't believe I forgot it. But if you guys look at that photo that Chase just put up, Microsoft needs to do better, because whatever game, State of Decay, thank you. Where is that game? Where is that game at?
I enjoy State of Decay. However,
we both did.
It did not feel like a big budget first party title, and what I saw in the reveals and stuff, I didn't feel like that was necessarily the game I got. I felt like that was more of like an Xbox arcade game, or like, you know what I mean, like a pick up and play small studio Steam game type of thing. I don't feel like they see all their projects all the way through if they're not doing the numbers they think they should do. It kind of feels like their projects kind of disappear, either within a development stage or after they come out. Like, I don't feel like the games are really supported the way they probably could support them. Because, like, you see these big pushes from them, and then the game comes out, and then depending on the game, you may not really see much from them. That's part of the problem.
So the reason why I said that, they didn't even want to put the sales number on State of Decay 2.
I don't. But
no. Just to answer Rico's point, when we talk about hits, like, you know, we talk about games we enjoy versus games we want to say hit. Like, this is what I'm gonna say. We enjoy State of Decay 2, but it wasn't. It was more like an Xbox arcade game. That image that Chase just put up there. If you have a hit game within your branch in your library, you wouldn't be putting the Jedi from Star Wars as your first main character game. It used to be Master Chief.
Well, no, they should do that, because what that does is a lot of people don't know what's exclusive and what's not in the casual world. So if they see Star Wars, they're like, oh, this Xbox has Star Wars, they might go pick up the console.
So then, all right. So now let's play devil's advocate and just try to answer this one. How come when we see Sony do their version of it, they got Ellie from Last of Us 2, they got Kratos, and all the third-party dudes are like in the background. You have who's the guy from Red Dead? You guys played as him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't remember because I didn't beat the game.
Arthur,
He's on the right. Arthur's on the right of him. Then you have GTA 5 characters on the left of him. Like the point that I'm trying to make is I'm giving Microsoft that huge push right now because I believe they're going to drop some heat. But we've been seeing that they've been trying to use all that third-party shit as their face. There's really no hits coming from Microsoft. That was my point, Rico. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like 6 years, it'll be 7, is a long time for you to have to live through all your mistakes. Hopefully, they learn from this gen. You've heard me say a million times. They need to be more. They need to take more risks. And they need to allow for more creativity and not expect every game to do 10 million units. Some of these games may only do 1 million units. Microsoft needs to be okay with that. If they can do that, I say the potential isn't as good as Sony for Microsoft, but it's really close. If they have other stuff, it could sway the gen in their favor. If the price point is better, people end up, on the Xbox side earlier, they could have a great start and be a lot closer like they were with the 360. Those two, Sony and Microsoft, pretty much leveled out and averaged each other out with the PS3, even though Sony did sell more units, but Sony was getting killed at the beginning. But I still think history tells us that Sony is going to give you, it's going to take a while, but once they get the ball rolling, it's going to go. So I'm gonna say Sony has more potential. They already have more games that we already know that are going to get sequels, plus they have new shit. You know what I'm saying? They're going out.
Slick, though.
Maybe Xbox went out and got 13 studios. We don't know what's being worked on. I don't care about the number of studios. I'm just looking at the library, your history, which you already have. We know that's coming. I'm looking at, you're going to do that, but you're going to give me shit in addition to that. So on the Xbox side, I expect to continue to see Gears, Forza, and Halo. I don't want them to stop making those. My issue with Xbox has always been that we expect those, but we want to see some new shit, and we want to see it more often, and we don't want them to have to rely on indie studios to give people new experiences. On the Sony side, we're going to see the Uncharted, the God of Wars, and then now we're probably going to see new, Horizons and other games, but we know we're going to get some brand new shit. We're going to get a bunch of niche games that are, like the Dark Souls kind of experience, and then we're going to see other shit with the JRPGs and the shit like the Yakuza games. Xbox is missing entire categories, entire genres of games in their library that they need to get so that they can touch more different demographics. I think they really centered their market on the US and the UK, and they're not really concerned with what's going on over in Japan, while Sony is trying to touch everybody and really hit the people in Japan. You need all those people to get the best out of your library. That was a dope ass answer I just gave, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
This guy.
T-Mac, thanks for the donation. I bought SSX3 because I got bored, played it for 6 months. It's Generation from 2003 Game of the Year, and it's better than this generation. You talking about SSX, like the tricky and that whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah.
We're never getting that again.
We're missing so many of those kinds of games because it just seems like everything's turned into like battle royales, shooters. Fighting games are starting to make a resurgence where they started this gen because they kind of like dropped down a little bit from last gen because FPS took over. But we're still missing like the extreme sports shit and like more like American and JRPGs like really like making a bigger comeback. I know we had The Witcher and some of the other games, but we need those.
Yep.
Anyway, we spent quite some time on that. We're gonna have to rush through some of these other ones. Resident Evil 3. If you don't know, during the Video Game Awards, they announced a Resident Evil 3 remake. Now, I've hated this generation because I felt like it was the generation of HD remasters, right? But then you had shit like Ratchet and Clank, the first Gears remake. You had a couple other remakes that it's like, okay, I can live with these. So then that Resident Evil 2 remake came out, and they set a standard for me. Like, with y'all out here remastering games, y'all need to do remakes, and they need to be like Resident Evil 2. They did a great job making it feel more modern with the mechanics, adding stuff, but keeping... Oh my God, there's a bug in here. But keeping the core Resident Evil 2.
You just pulled an NPC move.
God,
mad NPC.
Resident Evil 3 is going to be, I feel, another classic, well done remake that really sets the standards on, if you're going to do a remake, this is what you do. Don't just give me one game and make it an HD remake, or excuse me, a remaster. I'm in the business of remakes. If you're going to do this shit, if you do a remaster, then you gotta have a whole collection where there's like 5 games, and I'm okay with those. But this Resident Evil 3, I'm ready. I'm not really ready, but I gotta get ready.
Which one scared you the most? Resident Evil 3, right?
Yeah, 3. And I played it so long ago, I don't even really remember the game. I never finished it. I stopped playing it because it was a lot going on with that game.
They ate your titties in that game. Shit's crazy.
That shit tough. Trey, you want to finish Resident Evil 2, brother?
Man, I would love to finish it, but my PlayStation no longer read disc, man. It's tough, man.
Yeah, your PlayStation.
You got him and Kool-Aid. The homie Kool-Aid got the issue where they got to get only digital games.
Digital games, man. Fuck that, man.
Anyhow, that shit was excellent, and 2019 was such a bad year for games that a remake was nominated for Game of the Year. Now, I love Resident Evil 2 remake. Great remake. One of the best games of the year for sure. But remakes and remasters have no fucking business.
No business, bro.
Game of the Year
I completely agree.
Conversation. It's ridiculous. I mean, 2019 was so ass. Anyhow, Jello donated and said I could have sworn y'all wasn't coming back until E3. You know what I'm saying? Elijah Speller donated. Oh, wait, I already read that one. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, Alex donated. He said Microsoft needs to stop playing it safe. Hopefully they will. And I think they have a different philosophy of how they want to go about stuff, by the way. I think they really want to get people to subscribe to their stuff. Because believe it or not, that's where a lot of the money comes from. Like, even with PlayStation Plus, like, when the gen first starts, they're not making very much money off the actual console sales. But they're making plenty money off the yearly PlayStation Plus subscriptions and the Xbox Live Gold shit. So, moving on to the good stuff. Let's save that. Game Awards. We don't need to go through all of these. Just a couple of them. Game of the Year. I knew this game was when I felt this game should win. Was Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. The other nominees were Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. Now, every one of these games I can speak on except Death Stranding. Didn't play it. Don't really look like a Game of the Year kind of game to me, but whatever. The rest of these look like pretty solid games. But we was looking at the Game of the Year nominees for like the last 6 years. And they completely shit on these nominees from this year as far as a whole. Like, was we live when we did that?
I don't think that we were.
For the Game Awards?
Let's look at the No. We look at the nominees. So look, for 2018, the Game of the Year nominees were Spider-Man, Red Dead 2, God of War, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Monster Hunter World, and Celeste. All them games are fucking excellent.
Which one won?
God of War. Nominations for Game of the Year 2017: Horizon Zero Dawn, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Persona 5, PUBG. Killing this last year's nominees.
PUBG.
Game of the Year 2016: Uncharted 4, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, Doom, and Inside.
I fucked with Inside.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
2015: Witcher 3, Bloodborne, Super Mario Maker, Fallout 4, Metal Gear Phantom Pain. 2014, Bayonetta 2, Shadow of Mordor, Dark Souls 2, Hearthstone, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Wait.
I remember 2014 was kind of like a disappointing year as well.
It was a disappointing year because it was the first year of the new gen.
You said Phantom Pain?
That was 20...
Nominated? That was nominated?
15.
As Game of the Year?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that shit a 20-minute demo?
No, that was Ground Zeroes.
Oh, Phantom Pain was the shit where you kept replaying the helicopter shit and I thought dude got hurt like every other mission.
I don't know what you talk about, man. You know what I'm saying?
That fucking game was ass,
Game
man.
of the year. Anyway, my point is, shit was
2019
ass.
was mid, man.
It was mid-year. Best action game. The winner of that was Devil May Cry 5. I 100% agree with that. That was a very good game that I felt enough people didn't play it. The other nominees were Gears 5, Metro Exodus, Modern Warfare, Astral Chain, and Apex Legends. That's a solid list as far as action goes. I'm going to skip action adventure. I'm not going to go through all of these guys. If y'all just look up the game of the year or the video game award winners, you'll find it.
Man, we only really tuned in for the game of the year, man. And they took 4 fucking hours to get to it, man.
Yeah. Best family game. All 5 nominees were Nintendo games. So there's no point in even going through that. Fresh indie game. So for my people that like indies, I always like to watch the game awards because they always have these dope indies that I never really heard of. So the winner of that is a game called Disco Elysium. I ended up putting that in my Steam wishlist because I'm gonna try to pay that. My friend Pedro is dope. The Outer Wilds. Never heard of that. There's another really good game called Slay the Spire. There's another game called Gris and Untitled Goose Games. They always have some fresh new games that that nobody really knows about as far as like your casual game that y'all can check out. Game direction, Death Stranding one. I'm not sure what game direction is. Don't really care about that. Best sports or racing game. 2K is not even nominated. Or Madden's not either. Yo, Madden really is ass.
When the last time Madden was nominated?
I don't know. 2K ass too. They ain't even nominated, fam.
Yeah.
Here are the nominees. Crash Team Racing, Dirt Rally, Pro Evolution Soccer, FIFA, and F1 2019. Crash Team Racing won that.
Who the heck? Crash Team won?
Yes.
Sports game?
Yes.
Crash Team's a sports game?
Sports/racing.
So that means so Mario Kart's considered to be sports/racing.
Yes, and it usually wins.
Yo, man.
It's such a bad year. Best
Crash Team Racing didn't work.
And they added a battle pass to it.
Crash Team Racing didn't work for me and Raunchy for a whole month.
Well, I didn't buy that game because it didn't work for y'all. I wasn't fucking with it.
Yo, we was streaming it, and I'm like, yo, Raunchy, why you passed me? He said, wait a minute, I finished already. I said, wait, what? Uninstall.
Best ongoing game. I didn't understand this.
Now, I like the category, bro.
You like it?
I like it.
No, I love the category. The best ongoing game. Oh, wait, that's not it. I'm going to read this anyway since I'm on it. Fortnite, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six. I mean, we know who won that.
Fortnite.
It's fucking Fortnite. There was another category that was for like best community something, and it was like Destiny. And I just said like I didn't even community support. Destiny 2 won. Apex lost that, and Fortnite lost that, and Rainbow Six lost that.
Wait, Destiny 2 won community support, or was it that they realized, we forgot to add back the game's content? Out of here, Destiny.
All right, so that was only like 5 or 6 categories. There's like 15. We're not going to go through the rest. But y'all heard the games that I mentioned were nominated. Think about the number of games that were not nominated last year. And I'm not saying it because they should. I'm just saying shit like 2K, Madden, The Division, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. What else did we have last year that got no nominations? Star Wars came out too late. That's definitely going to be nominated for the next one.
I know it. Since it came out so late, I don't think it's gonna win next year either. But man, I'm gonna stand on this hill, man. I understand Sekiro was absolutely fire, and I didn't get to beat Sekiro, so like I'll preface what I'm about to say for that. But shit, Star Wars is my game of the year so far. Like for 2019, I know it don't fall in that year because when it was released, but I fucked with Star Wars that much. I don't even like Star Wars movies. None of that shit. That game was good. That game was good, man.
So
I ain't gonna lie though. It
Good.
had some of the worst loading times I've ever seen in the
I
game.
seen
That
that.
was ass.
It had them Anthem load times.
That shit was ass.
I don't know why Anthem was loaded so long. It had no game in it. But guys, keep going.
And look,
that's a good one.
We got criticized for seeing a gameplay of a game and saying that a game in general, the game looks ass, it's garbage. Well, you didn't play the game. Like, you ain't always. I've been gaming since I was 3 fucking years old. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different than seeing a goddamn movie theater trailer and you like, I ain't gonna go see that. That shit looks trash. Some games is ass.
Yep.
And the reason I'm even saying that is because the other side of the coin is there are games that I see and I know is heat. I've not touched a minute of Star Wars yet. But when I seen it, I said, yo, that is a fucking banger. It looks amazing. I know this has to be one of the best games without me playing the game. So it's not always us saying the game is just trash and we didn't play. Sometimes it's the other side where I know a game is going to be excellent and I ain't played the shit neither. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow.
Shout out to Prop, man. What's
Prop
going on,
was good,
Prop?
my G.
Good,
Come on, brother.
What am I, G?
I'm gonna holler at you real
Come on,
soon, bro. He came in with the eyes. So real quick, we're gonna read these last couple donations, then we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about the new Xbox and new PlayStation. That's gonna be pretty much it.
He said doodle-doo.
I did say doodle-doo. Trollmon. Where's WWE 2K20? Where it should be. Where games go to die. I'm not buying that trash. As a matter of fact, I had an article on here.
Yo, hold on.
Where is it?
Shout out to WWE, man.
I'm not playing that trash. Where is that article on WWE, bro?
The views and opinions is his and his only.
Oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fam. I don't have an article on here, but WWE didn't even work in the new year. The game was bugged, and to fix people's games, they had to go in their fucking system clock and change the date back to 2019. Ghetto.
Wait. Repeat that? So
Oh, you at work? I figured you was at work, bro. Got you.
Nigga, what?
I was playing a whole different year when I was playing.
WWE 2K20, when 2020 hit, the game for a lot of players was not working because the system clock, there was a bug with the clock and it would not play. So the fix was to put the system clock and the date and time back to 2019.
So niggas was playing 2019 and 2020.
Yes, they had to. Fucking ghetto. If you look at the articles, y'all can feel free to Google. Always fact check what we saying, yo. So y'all can do y'all own shit.
So you telling me we was playing at 11:15 when it was really 12:15, Chase?
Hold on. They basically described it as a Y2K bug. Here we go. Right here. Yeah.
Man, that's just an Easter egg for Chris Jericho, bro. Don't let Chase distract you, bro.
Man.
That shit was an Easter egg, bro.
They fixed the issue, but it's the issues like this shouldn't exist. Yeah. Basically, the online mode was not playable on the first. So in order to fix it, you had to go back in your console settings and put the year as 2019 to play online.
Oh, that's ghetto.
Ghetto as shit. All right. Last two things. Ricky, I'm sure you have more information about this than I do, so I'm going to let you take the reins on this.
Fuck.
Obviously, I guess not. I got you, brother.
No. Tell me what it is.
Okay, so we predicted that we was going to get 6 to 7 years out of this console cycle. Believe it or not, that's how much time has passed since the PS4 and Xbox One came out. These consoles are old. So it is about time, as far as the industry goes, for them to put new consoles out. So they both were announced already, and they're both going to come out holiday season. I don't think any of these companies could afford to have another situation where we had with the PS3 and the Xbox 360. When the Xbox 360 came out a full year before the PS3. You never give your competition that kind of time to get the jump on you. And then when you come out, you $600. Like the people are just not going to buy your console. So anyway, we're looking at holiday season, late 2020, the new Xbox Series X, which I believe there's going to be more than one model that you can buy on day one. And then we're looking at the PlayStation 5. And I'm hoping that I'm not hoping. I don't care. I'm also thinking it's going to be the same type of situation. All we have right now are like hardware details. For all the people that care about hardware, we can give you that information. On the software side, we don't really know what games are coming out. The only thing we've seen so far that was a big deal was Hellblade 2. You got to remember Microsoft acquired Ninja Theory, and Hellblade is one of their games. So the Hellblade 2 will only be on the Xbox brand. It'll probably be on just PC and Xbox. But we don't really know. All I fucking care about is a better experience for us in new games. And by better experience, I mean better load times. I mean, when I get on the ghetto-ass 2K20 neighborhood, it don't lag because there's this bitch of a witch that's sliding back and forth on a fucking random telephone pole. I'm hoping that the snow is actual snow, not just white specks all around the place. I'm hoping that
we don't lag for a fucking vegetable.
I'm hoping that we don't have to play near corn and random Christmas trees that do all that shit because this game is loading all these assets that make the experience worse for us. I'm hoping for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The technology was going to come as far as graphics and all that. I just want a smoother game. I'm hoping for new game engines. Fucking Call of Duty. Anyway, the Xbox Series X, all we know right now is there will be a disc drive. It's going to be compatible with Xbox One accessories, SSD, ray tracing. If you don't know what ray tracing is, Google it because we're not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
I like it so far. I'm here. I'm liking what I'm hearing.
It looks really good. It says potential for 8K resolution.
Call cap.
and capable of running games at 120 hertz frame rates.
That's not bad, man.
It says it's going to be twice as powerful as the Xbox One X, which is currently the most powerful console that you can get in the world. And then it says it's going to have a custom design processor from AMD that's going to be using Zen 2 and Navi architecture. Now, all of that shit I just said, I know there's some really techie guys in the comments that care about that, but I know a lot of people don't know what the fuck any of that means. I'm sure a lot of y'all only concerns was, is there going to be a disc drive? Yes, there is.
I'll be honest, man. These fucking specs better mean we're not gonna get delays. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. People predict this console will run you about $500, and they're also predicting about a $500 price tag for the PS4 as well. Now, I can give y'all the article where I'm simply not going to go through all these. They're also going to have all backwards compatibility for all Xbox consoles will work on your Xbox One Series X, which is a major plus. Okay, why do people care about that? Y'all have heard me say this a million times. Number one, the developers who do games at the end of the previous cycle do not have to worry about trying to do another version of the game for a new console. They can move on to their next project. What we dealt with last gen was because The Last of Us came out 3 or 4 months before the new consoles, they felt the need to redo that for PS4. You don't have to worry about that when you have backwards compatibility. That's number one. Number two, sometimes you want to just play some old shit while you're waiting for the new library to develop. Mm-hmm. That's number two. And really, that's the only thing. I mean, some people may never use backwards compatibility, and that's fine. But, that option needs to be there. And do you have anything else about the Xbox, Ricky?
Was there something about their controller too? It's the size of like 3 controllers. It's really small.
Oh, compact. The size of the console. Let me see if I can find an image for people that did not see
I don't think it looks bad at all.
I think it looks
kind of
great.
Like going overboard.
Honestly.
It's super small. You can put that shit like right in the back of every setup. I think it looks nice. It has Game Pass. Shit better have games.
That Game Pass. That's the best shit.
Because that's
the best shit on consoles, bro.
Because it better have fucking games. Man. Both consoles better have games. That Godfall game, look garbage for PlayStation 5. I don't want to hear none of y'all mouths in the chat. That shit look like
That shit look
it look
hard,
like.
nigga. Shut up.
Chill, bro. That fucking game
Chill,
look
bro.
garbage.
Let his dick go, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't know what's crazy? Godfall looks equivalent to Blacklight Retribution status. Trash.
Here we go. Here is this is not Photoshop. This is not bogus. This is the
You stole somebody's thumbnail?
no. I got it on Google Images from /scare.com. This is the Xbox One X series. The Xbox. What was the name?
Look, that's what I
Series
wanted
X.
to say. It's called the Xbox Series
Xbox
X, the
Series
most
X.
unfriendly, consumer-friendly name in the market.
It's not
That is
consumer
not something
friendly.
That is not consumer-friendly. Don't get me
I
wrong.
like how that whole look though. I ain't
I
gonna
love
lie.
the way that
It
shit
looked
look
fire. Have you seen it when it turned on? It looked little green light in the
Yeah,
top. Shit,
I really like it. A lot of people don't like it at all, but I don't think people like the change of the shape.
wow.
Well,
Looks
we're PC guys too, so to us it just looks like a smaller PC. But a lot of people
Yep.
put standard consoles sideways or vertically anyway, so this you don't have to really worry about doing that with this. I don't
That
I
know.
don't
would
never
look
see
nice.
mine vertically. I like my shit's horizontal, bro.
Well, I can't do my fucking PS4 Pro because PS4 Pro is the ghettoest console that ever lived, and if I set my
That's the
shit,
worst console.
If I
That's
set
the
my
worst
shit-
PlayStation flat console.
it overheats if I don't put it flat. It overheats. Fucking ghetto. It's bullshit.
The Xbox Series X indicates that there's going to be other versions of the Xbox, but that's not a consumer-friendly name and might get lost in confusion because you already have an Xbox One X, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. The whole name, like, don't get me wrong, but people getting overly hyped when they said, "Oh, PlayStation revealed their logo." The shit just said PS5, but at least I can know between PS4 and PS5. The Xbox Series X will indicate that there will probably be a more powerful console after this or more bigger hard drive. Actually, I don't think they would call it the Xbox Series X, indicating that there'll be other versions for hard drive space. It would probably be for specs. But Jesus Lord, man, the name.
A mini fridge. I ain't gonna lie. Now the roast of the console is not any less funny because I like it. They was roasting the shit out this console.
You see when they put this dude as Rambo, like the
I saw
movie
it.
and shit.
But then somebody said the PS4 looked like you can make little slider hamburgers on it. That shit's funny.
Yo,
as
that
shit.
PS4, that concept console, I swear to God, looked like something out of the
That
comic.
shit ugly as fuck.
That shit. You see this shit, yo? You see this big ass shit? And y'all don't like the Xbox Series X? Y'all got
Oh
me
my
fucking
God, nigga,
turned.
Hey yo, let's
Like
not
that
forget the
was
big ass
big.
brick that come with that Xbox right there. I hope that shit
Hell yeah.
ain't on the new one.
Yo, this shit right here look like the fucking cable box that helps record channels. Get the fucking shit out of here, man.
Hey man, the first
Y'all heard
Xboxes have
that?
always came with bricks though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Wait, hold on. I forgot. Did the original come with a brick? I know my brother
Yeah.
had it. I can't remember. It came with a brick.
Yeah, man, that shit came with a big boot.
Hey motherfucker. I ain't Jeezy, man. I don't want to play with no motherfucking bricks, man. Get rid of that shit, man. Motherfucking brick.
Get the fuck out of here. Big ass 720p.
Get that shit out of here, man.
Guys,
Thanks.
we're gonna continue to give y'all more information about the consoles as they come. That's all I have about the Xbox. The PlayStation, pretty similar as far as hardware, although they are saying it's gonna have weaker hardware. But for people that care about that kind of thing, I think
Yo, you're right. It does look like a fucking Star Trek spaceship. PS5.
the consoles with weaker hardware have won more than one generation. PS2 had the weakest hardware out of the GameCube, the Xbox OG, and the PS2. The PS2 had the weakest hardware. It won that gen. The Wii won. It sold more than the PS3 and the Xbox 360. It won that one. And then this gen,
The shittiest PlayStation helped sell the most.
now this gen, yeah, the original PS4 is obviously weaker than the Xbox One X. But so hardware.
I mean, but, like, do y'all think that we in a different space now? Like that was back then,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like we're in a space.
Well,
you're gonna need a decent amount of power.
people are half-minded, so I feel like they're going to go ahead and get whatever console other people have. So I don't think people even know about hardware. Honestly, most people don't walk into a store and say, "Hey, what's the specs on this versus the PlayStation?" If I see some shit like that, I'm bringing my camera out because
Does this PlayStation come with 32 teraflops?
you going if I
The fuck
see
out
one
the
of y'all
store.
in the store doing that, you gonna be on YouTube, and I'm not gonna blur your face out. We're gonna embarrass
Fuck
you
out of the store.
because people don't talk like that out in the real world. They don't care.
I can't believe this one doesn't have mega flops.
So all we have on the PS5 specs, all we have on the PS5 is the fucking logo. And they
that
like
shit hard though,
man,
nigga. Don't count.
It's the
That
PS4 logo with a different number.
That logo hard.
No, it ain't. It's just
I never expected it to look that way. That logo hard.
hey, chat. If you don't know what the PS5 logo is, you about to find something downstairs smell amazing. We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. I'm hungry as a motherfucking hostage.
Chat, that logo hard. I ain't never expected it to look like that.
I'm about to get this logo.
You say you're hungrier than a hostage?
I thought it was gonna be like PS, and then it's gonna be like this. Somebody was gonna be holding it like this. That shit hard.
All right, hold on. Where is it? I just slobbered again. Here we go. This ghetto ass. This ghetto ass.
Pablo, nigga,
This ghetto ass.
Yo, why can't you just expand it manually?
I didn't want to. I'm lazy. You see me having problems though? This ghetto ass.
Look at the anti-aliasing. I don't see any jagged edges. The cropping on the letters is absolutely phenomenal. Xbox could.
Yo, Duke said that Trey held up 6 fingers and not 5.
You did.
Yeah, I know I did.
I just ain't want to be that guy. Anyway,
you could have let it fly.
Sony announced and showed this logo like it was something that we wasn't expecting. Get this dumbass shit out of here.
I forgot it was a PS5, honestly, Chad. I thought it was PS6 for a minute. But honestly, PlayStation, get this shit out of here, man. You don't come on stage and show me a motherfucking logo. Like, I don't know what this logo gonna look like. I'm pretty sure I can go in Photoshop right now and make the PS6 logo. I'm pretty sure I can, my nigga. Like, come on, bro.
Trollmon asked if we was playing Kakarot. Yes. Trey's not gonna play, are you?
Nah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it.
Right, if we got these codes, perhaps.
Yeah, we got.
Most definitely.
Okay.
But I am glad that PlayStation. I won't say I'm glad, like, because it don't really affect me. But it's a good thing that they are going with a simpler name, bro. It's just easier, bro. PS5. like PS5. Xbox Series X, and then you're gonna have different versions of the series. I don't know, man. I just look at it like with the new iPhones. Yeah, Apple don't got a problem selling them bitches, but I don't like the names of the new iPhones. You got an XR, I got an XC. Like, oh my nigga, move on. Like,
Zai, there's a new app called Rank One Studio. You guys need to go to rank1studios.com so people in the chat can submit short video feedback on your topics. Zai, thank you for a $10 donation, and thank you for that. Let me check this out. So
now, Chad, I wanted the PS5, and this is right here. The first rumor, you know what I'm saying? I started the rumor. This motherfucker gonna be sponsored by Booker T.
Oh, I like this.
Chad,
what are we watching?
Okay.
I ain't noticed something.
What game is that, Chase?
Yakuza 7.
Oh.
Alex Cub said, remember Buddy kicked his PS4? That's Ken. We tease him about that shit once a week. And shout out to Davion Tyra said Dying Light 2 finna be a good one. That's going to be an amazing game. Dying Light 1 is one of the biggest sleepers of this gen. It's sad. Lastly, the PS5 specs that we know of. An 8-core AMD chipset based on 3rd generation Ryzen architecture with Navi GPU, which is very similar to what we said for the Xbox. SSD. And look, an SSD is not a big deal. You know why? Because it is so easy to replace the hard drives in your PlayStation as it is, and it doesn't void your warranty. It's really easy to. I have SSD in my PlayStation right now, so that was already the move for me, and I've had it for almost a year now.
But to come with the SSD is cool, especially if you like if you're gonna have one of those like a 1 terabyte SSD or some shit. Now I don't know if they're gonna do that because SSDs are relatively expensive compared to hard drives, but I do like to move with them going with that, and like first and foremost, and then going with it because most people don't even know how to upgrade their damn hard drive. We're being honest, and it's really, really simple. But I like it, bro.
Backwards compatibility with PS4 games. It just says PS4 for right now. I seen another article that said all PlayStation games, but that's not confirmed.
I've seen it too.
I don't know if that's confirmed. And PlayStation really stubborn with the backwards compatibility support. They really want to get people to play PS Now, which is still absolute shit, especially when your competitor is shitting on you with Game Pass and games that are downloaded digitally to the console itself instead of being streamed. Yeah, PS Now ass. 3D audio, cool. 8K TV support, whatever, man.
That's a fact, Terry. That's a fact.
What you said?
He said the SSD would help the Jedi Fallen order loading times. That's a fact.
Okay. Division, what's up, bro? Told Ricky about this. I forgot how long ago, but there's a French indie company. Their first game is called Anara. Early access comes out in March. Some H1 nostalgia. I'll link y'all trailer on Twitter. Okay, bet that.
Appreciate it, my guy.
Thanks, man.
Where we at?
There will be other versions of the PS5.
Yeah, what?
Always is. No, somebody asked if there'll be different versions of the PS5. Of course there will. A couple of years after.
After getting a PS Pro, first of all, right around now, I know some people will be getting PS4s and stuff because not everybody gets the new shit. I implore you guys, do not fucking buy a PS Pro, bro. Get a Slim if you can. However, warning, the Slim does not have optical audio. So if you need optical audio for your Astro headset or whatever headset you're using, you might want to go with the base PS4 or get you an adapter. You can get you an adapter. The PS Pro overheats. It's very loud. And you have to turn off a lot of the settings that make the Pro to Pro in order for your game to not run like fucking shit. Thoughts?
Yeah, like I don't really have too much about the hardware. Like, obviously, I love the fact that I'm seeing that they're gonna try to implement ray tracing because I do like the potential that ray tracing has. The hardware and all this other stuff sounds good, bro. But I want to see what changes are they gonna implement. I keep seeing people in the chat saying that they hope that there'll be more crossplay. That is important, but for me, more importantly than that, I want these games to start having cross progression. Like cross progression needs to be a standard, bro. Like for me, I'll use 2K as an example. I play 2K on PC and PlayStation. I gotta build characters on each one. Can't bring them anywhere else. So I want to start seeing more crossplay and cross progression.
I agree with that. And Call of Duty allows it. And if Activision, the kind of company they are, the low down shit they do, if they got crossplay and cross progression, I really don't have excuses for other companies. 2K.
Yep.
2K, y'all are quickly reaching Activision territory with the way y'all handling y'all game. Real quick before we go, 2K, I just want to say 2K ghetto as shit with their events. They did rush about 5 times, and every time it's the same problems. I just don't think they really care much about this gen, and they only working on next gen. That next 2K better be something serious.
That motherfucker gonna be heat. I know.
I feel like it's gonna be heat too, because I don't feel like they had enough resources to put into this gen. I mean, to put into the 2K20 and try to get a good start on next gen. So I feel like they just did a couple new things with this one, and then with the next one, on the PS5 and the new Xbox, it's gonna be excellent.
I don't know if I asked y'all this, and I asked y'all since we're on the podcast setting, man. Do y'all think that NBA Live is actually going to come back next gen? Do you think it's going to be decent with new hardware? Will it help them?
NBA Live?
Yeah.
No, man.
Okay.
You know why? It ain't going to be because of the game. Your brand is everything. The NBA Live brand is not respected in the streets. Dudes is not touching live no more. The game could be great, and eventually it'll start picking up some steam. But it's just like dudes ain't talking about live, yo. Nobody ever brings live up, and it's always 2K. It's not even Madden no more. Madden used to be the top dog, yo. Dudes don't talk about Madden no more, man. It's always fucking 2K, 2K20. Anyway, imagine thinking future 2K is gonna be heat. I hope so.
I think that when with NBA Live, bro, they do have, bro. It's like they have the chances to not take over 2K. 2K has become too established right now. But I feel like they do have the chances to still a decent amount of the customer base if you can just continue to make a decent product. Like I thought Live 18 was okay. I'm not here telling you Live 18 was an amazing game. But I was talking to Renshi, I feel like Live 18 was one of the most underrated basketball games of this generation. Because it was actually a pretty solid game. It was okay. But it wasn't enough step from 18 to 19. And then so if you're gonna go on the next generation, I don't want to see Live take breaks and like be like, okay, we're gonna try to do this again, bro. If you take another break, I don't ever want to see another NBA Live again. To be honest. Period.
Final words. I think we might have reached our limit. We went about a half an hour over time. That's all right though.
No.
Yo, chat. Appreciate y'all boys for inviting me back on, man. Thank y'all for welcoming me in here with the opening homes, man. And episode 198. You know what I'm saying? E3 gonna be around in like June, July. Let me stop, man. We appreciate y'all boys for letting me back on.
Hey, we had like up to what's the most people we had in here, bro?
I said like
12:30.
We had like 13, bro. We had like 1,300 people in here, man. If y'all was in here this week, man, I hope to see y'all next week. If y'all motherfuckers come, we're gonna do the show. Thanks everybody for coming through. Make sure you like the stream. Thank you for the donations, much appreciated. One day.
Can I get one thing off? Let me get one thing off. Yo, Chase. I'm doing that, Chase. Yo, chat. Do us a favor, man. Shout out to my guy Guapo. He been doing this throughout the stream. Go ahead and go to the Disco Ninjas channel. Try to get us to that 1K subscribers, man. And also, if you do like the stream, like the stream, man. It is really important. We really do appreciate y'all, boys. It costs nothing, and we truly do appreciate it, man. But that's all I gotta say.
Oh, and if you don't know, I did Goodbye 2K19. I did funny moment montages for volume 51 and 52. All them videos is up, man. Make sure y'all go over there and check those videos out, bro. To my first channel.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. I'll follow everybody's pages, man. We're gonna be uploading on the Disco Ninjas as soon as we hit this 1K. We're gonna get together and start dropping this heat for y'all.
We're trying to start the year off strong. You know what I'm saying?
It's 1,000 people in here. We ain't got 1,000 subscribers. Some of y'all not sub. Run it up.
But anyway, thank y'all for coming. We're gonna wrap it up this week. I hope y'all got a lot of good info. We're gonna get y'all the next week. Anybody streaming?
Nah, I'm about to go eat.
Okay. All right. We are out, chat. Peace.